Peace. Y'all know the M.Reck room etiquette. Yeah, they live stream the whole court hearing a little later in the day. I may be super late because I ain't think it was gonna come on, but anyhow, we here with it. I'm about to let the audio play. Pound that like button. You're now live on M.Reck TV. I will be taking calls, and then I'm also gonna be talking about Joe Budden going off on Vivica Fox, so forth and so on. So we're gonna cover some hip-hop news as well as this young thug court hearing. All right, let's get to it, y'all.
91 Fed 3rd, 1299. That's an 11th Circuit case from 2004. So accordingly, these challenges should be denied and the motion should be denied. Now let's take a look first at the challenge, which, and again, my apologies for not being here for all of the argument, but based on what I did hear and based on the briefing, is a First Amendment challenge. Well, that was dispensed with, Your Honor, by our Supreme Court in a 2009 decision, Rodriguez versus State. 284 Georgia 803, 284 Georgia 803. Now, Rodriguez was strictly a case under OCGA 16-15-4A, that's Alpha Judge, the primary charging provision of the Street Gang Act. But notably in Rodriguez, the court explained, and the late Justice's opinion affirming Judge Hancock of DeKalb County's decision pointed out that the gang statute prosecutes conduct, not association and not expression. And I'll read a quote from the case. Criminal gang activity, quote, is not protected activity even when committed by a group exercising their constitutional right of free association, because, of course, there is no constitutional right to commit criminal gang activity. And when that criminal gang activity is committed by an individual who is a member or an associate of a criminal street gang and participates in the gang through the commission of that criminal gang activity, then the additional offense of a violation of 16-15-4A can be brought. Now, there is a complaint here about 16-15-4B. That is the commission of those offenses in order to increase or maintain status in the gang. Again, that is criminalizing behavior, not expression. So, as to the double jeopardy claim that we saw there, at the outset, let's direct the court and the record and opposing counsel to OCGA 16-15-4M as in Mary. That is a statutory non-merger provision that is housed within the Street Gang Act itself. And our Supreme Court and our Court of Appeals have specifically dealt with the issue of whether or not someone being charged with multiple subsections of the Street Gang Act and being sentenced and convicted, or convicted and sentenced for those subsections as well as the predicate offense, violates the Constitution.
We live, y'all.
No merger, no violation in that case, Judge. And I want to take us first to the Court of Appeals case on that, Judge, which is Nolly versus the state, wherein the specific quote is that in Nolly, let me actually, before I get to the quote, the defendant was charged with more subsections than the
like
defendants here were. And that was actually, there was an A, B, D, and E violation in addition to the underlying predicate. And the courts there said in Nolly from the Court of Appeals, and I'll have that citation to you in a second, Your Honor, from my co-counsel, there was no violation of merger or double jeopardy rules. Lupo versus State from the Supreme Court, 300 Georgia 233. That's a 2016 case. The gang activity counts did not merge as that crime and malice murder each require a proof element that the other does not. And of course, that's consistent with federal and other state and Georgia RICO authority as well, Your Honor, which I'm happy to provide. Then there was Anthony versus State. Again, this is at 303 Georgia 399. We previously had rejected the idea that all gang offenses must be gathered into a single gang activity charge. So the subsections of the Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act all have different elements. Those elements are different than the predicate offenses, so they all can be charged, convicted, and sentenced separately. And in fact, there is a statutory non-merger provision within the act itself. So, Your Honor, the constitutional claims fail in terms of 1615-4. So now let's look at a later enacted statute, 24-4-418. Now, this is a provision that is unique to Georgia and only applies to cases that are charged under Georgia's Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. And it's patterned after, Judge, the same evidence code provisions that apply in sexual offenses and lawsuits arising from acts of sexual misconduct. Georgia has those at 24-4-413, 14, and 15. They're in the federal rules of evidence under the same numbers. And I believe, Your Honor, they're also in the military rules of evidence under the same numbers. So the question is, does the admission of character evidence somehow in and of itself violate the Constitution? There's been no case law provided to that effect by the opposite side. And while the U.S. Supreme Court, I believe, has yet to definitively answer that question, there is certainly no controlling case law to say that these statutes, which are used and approved around the country, somehow violate the Constitution. So we ask a question, is there a due process problem here? Well, Rule 403 applies, Your Honor. And although it is a presumptive admissibility statute, that does indeed allow other acts that qualify as criminal gang activity to be admitted for any purpose, including criminal propensity. Those parallel the rules that apply in sex offenses, in federal courts and in Georgia courts, and quite frankly, in other states, California, for example, Your Honor, there are similar rules that apply in elder abuse cases, special needs abuse cases, domestic violence cases, as well as in non-sexual child abuse cases. Those have been upheld, and you'll see in our brief, we've provided you with jurisdiction after jurisdiction after jurisdiction where rules that parallel this one, in fact, have been upheld constitutionally by federal and state courts around the country. An additional case on that, Your Honor, State versus Gee, G-E-E, that is at 388 Wisconsin 2nd, 68, 388 Wisconsin 2nd, 68, a 2019 case, and where they say, they quote the United States Supreme Court of Dowling versus U.S. 493 U.S. 342, 493 U.S. 342 at 1990, whether the introduction of this kind of evidence is so extremely unfair that its admission violates fundamental concepts of justice. Well, Your Honor, this type of evidence, even without the gang statute involved, even without 418, is generally admissible. The rules of intrinsic evidence are relaxed, generally speaking, when it comes to racketeering cases federally. And of course, in sexual offenses, even without a 413 or a 414, those were more easily admitted under our former evidence code. And just to go to a military case on that, Judge, U.S. versus McDonald, 53 Military Justice 593, 53 Military Justice 593. Again, a direct attack there on 413 and 14 on due process grounds, and just stating that a review of the pertinent appellate decisions indicates the courts have uniformly held that such constitutional concerns are satisfied by the proper application of the Rule 403 balancing test. So is this a statute that allows other acts in presumptively? Yes. Does it allow it in for all relevant purposes? Yes. But that was the design of the statute. In fact, it's right there in the enabling language of the statute in the preamble, quote, to improve the ability to prosecute street gang terrorism and provide for the admissibility of similar transaction evidence in prosecutions for criminal street activity. And that, of course, corresponds directly with the purposes of the Street Gang Act under OCGA 1615-2 to eradicate that kind of crime. And those are the words of our General Assembly as part of and a response to a state of crisis. So the constitutional challenge to 418 fails. 418 applies. There's not a due process consideration here because, again, the statute is tailored to these considerations, and certainly criminal street gang members committing criminal street gang acts are not a protected class that would raise equal protection concerns. So now we go to this last issue of, so the constitutional challenge to 418 fails on its face. So now we get to the issue of whether or not the other acts evidence, the uncharged misconduct to be admitted under Rule 418 requires a prior conviction under 1615-4.
We live, y'all.
That issue was just argued in front of the Georgia Court of Appeals successfully by Assistant District Attorney Rosenwasser in the case of State versus McKinney. I've got the Lexis site for that, 2022 Georgia Appeals Lexis 545, 2022 Appeals Lexis 545, where the Court of Appeals noted that the language of Rule 418 itself does not require a nexus in terms of the other acts evidence to be brought in between the gang, the crime, and the defendant. Only that the prior offense, the other acts, could be subsequent classify under 1615-3. So for any evidence the state is going to proffer under 24-4-418, if that offense qualifies as criminal gang activity under 1615-3, it thus becomes presumptively admissible for all relevant purposes under the plain language of 24-4-418. So, Your Honor, with regard to the facial constitutional challenges, we request that the court deny those respectfully. With of course, to the specific challenges to 1615-4 and 418 constitutionally, we ask that those be denied. And we also ask that that the court deny now and apply prospectively during the trial of this case 418 properly and reject any argument that the other acts have to have constituted a convictable offense for 1615-4. Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
We live, y'all. Pound that like button.
And Your Honor, none of that addressed any of my arguments about unfairness. It just cited to Georgia statutes and then conceded that 418 is unique to Georgia, which is why I'm challenging it so that it can be reviewed by a higher court. Because if you don't challenge anything, Your Honor, in this system of a living constitution, you know, nothing can change. And there have been plenty of times in our history, and even recently with the Dobbs case, that there's just things have changed and courts find something to be unconstitutional. Here,
Well, you've made a constitutional challenge. I mean,
right,
so,
Your Honor.
So if and when this case is reviewed, our Supreme Court will consider those particular issues.
Yes, Judge. And I just real quick to perfect the record, want to address a couple of things he said. The state said I didn't address any actual authority, but I did. In the very first paragraph of the motion, I say that this is a violation of the 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendments of the United States Constitution. It allows propensity, whereas 404B doesn't, without any rational basis. Under the 14th Amendment, for there to be any kind of discrimination, there has to be a rational basis. The basis the state articulated is to eradicate crime. But what is the rational basis that gang activity is more important to eradicate than murder or rape or child molestation? So why should an accused rapist not have propensity in his trial, but an accused rapist where the rape was part of gang activity that the state knew couldn't survive a directed verdict? Oh, now we got to eradicate that. That's what's not fair, Your Honor. There's no rational basis here under the 14th Amendment. It's unique to Georgia. And I don't think the state even said this hasn't been challenged. This hasn't been addressed exactly by the United States Supreme Court. And so under all that, Your Honor, I do want to challenge it and get a ruling for this court to preserve that issue for appeal.
All right, Mr. Carlson, you want to address the issue of whether or not this is a rational basis and the correct constitutional standard?
Certainly, Your Honor. This is the parallel provisions federally that apply in sex crime cases have been on the books since, I believe, 1996. There has not been one successful constitutional challenge to any of them cited by the defense. And of course, the state has provided the court with just to the contrary. In terms of whether or not there's a rational basis here, the legislature in the preamble to the Georgia Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. Well, let me change that. In the preliminary language of it in OCGA 1615-4 talks about the state being in a state of crisis due to criminal street gang activity, violence to include murder. So the General Assembly looked at that situation and enacting the gang statute, and of course continued to strengthen those laws in the face of that state of crisis. Again, that's our General Assembly's terms, all the way up into drafting 24-4-418. And I would point out, Your Honor, that this is one of 4 specialty evidence code provisions that particularly applies in Street Gang Act cases. There's 15-11-703, 15-11-703, which provides for the admission of juvenile adjudications in cases prosecuted under the Street Gang Act. There is 16-15-3, which is housed within the Street Gang Act, which allows in evidence of the customs and behaviors and symbols of gangs, among other matters. And then there's OCGA 16-15-9, which allows for the admission of other criminal gang activity of the gang. So there is certainly a surrounding statutory body that demonstrates the importance to our General Assembly, which is the fact finder here, that having specialized statute to facilitate the admission of street gang activity, whether by an individual defendant or whether by the gang itself, is clearly something that is necessary for public safety. Just like in the case of the sexual offense provisions or the evidence code provisions that connect with sexual offenses, that those needs to allow in other acts at a different level than would be allowed under 404B would be. So these are legislative determinations. Again, we're not talking about a suspect class here in the constitutional sense under equal protection, and due process is satisfied because Rule 403 applies, and the Court of Appeals was absolutely clear about that in the McKinney decision. So again, we don't have a recognition of Rodriguez in terms of 1615-4 by the defense in this case. We don't have an acknowledgement of any of these cases pertaining to similar statutes from around the country or federally. And again, we have a constitutional statute that was enacted by the General Assembly to deal with the state of crisis of gang activity.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Collins.
Very briefly, I don't think that argument.
Don't get back to the podium. Stay right there. Stay right there.
Yes, Your Honor, that argument
All
about
right.
403 just doesn't hold up because of the propensity. For example, 403, we're balancing probative.
But it's a specialized statute that the legislature enacted for purposes of this particular issue. So I've heard your argument. Is there anything else you want to add?
Yes,
I mean,
just to add that
Live,
under
y'all.
404B, propensity is not allowed, so propensity is not probative. But under 4A.
but that's no. It's the test after you look at whether or not 418 still requires 403 to be applied. I mean, so that's your check and balance. And the recent case that Mr. Carlson just cited in State versus Kinney, that was in the Lexus site 22 Lexus 545. That's what our Court of Appeals has determined in that respect.
Well, yes, Judge, but-
So you disagree though?
Yes, we can.
Okay. All right.
That's okay, Your Honor. What I do want to say though is that because propensity is allowed under 418 uniquely, and the only state that has it, they're now giving probative value to propensity and allowing 403 to consider propensity as probative value, which allows it to outweigh prejudice in a way that it shouldn't.
No, it doesn't outweigh prejudice because you still have to balance it under 403.
Yes, Judge.
I mean, look, all good. I mean, the argument in a number of cases is, oh, this is prejudicial. Good evidence certainly is prejudicial under a lot of times, under a lot of circumstances. However, 403 being a balancing test requires the court to not just look the other way, hold its nose, but I still have to make sure that the balancing test under 403 has been met. So there's your safeguard.
Yes, Judge. I just think that the balance turns out differently if you consider propensity, whereas if you don't in certain cases. But
We live, y'all.
Court and I can disagree. And just last for the record, I don't think at all that being in a state of crisis is a rational basis to survey due process rights.
Well, here's the thing with as you well learned in law school, right? There's 3 levels of constitutional scrutiny: rational basis, intermediary scrutiny, and strict scrutiny. And that for public safety, the bar's pretty low. I mean, as a general rule, and that the states or governing bodies are free to, that's the one that usually they win on most of the time is for safety of the public. So if that's what the statute was indicated or was enacted to deal with, and if you look at the preamble when they did it, it does say, we're in a state of crisis in terms of crime and other things, and that was the basis for them to enact the statute. So good luck on that. But okay, but look, I can't say enough that you're not representing your client and representing him well, and you preserved it for appeal, so you've done your job. Okay.
The very last argument I want to preserve for appeal is that the reason I don't find that to be a rational response to crisis is because there's so many other ways that's rational to respond. For example, fixing school system or defects or all these other things that you can actually address the crisis instead of strip away our due process.
Okay. Well, I'm sure that you'll argue that very well to our Supreme Court. Okay. If and when it's taken up. All right. Anybody else? I saw saw some other people maybe want to get up. Mr. Hoover or anybody else?
We live, y'all.
Okay. I know all of you adopt Mr. Menezes' motion and his argument. Okay. All right.
Pound that like button.
Ms. Rosenwasser, let me let you finish before I go ahead and rule. I think that you were going to talk with me a little bit about the issue of the duplicative counts as well as the constitutionality of the Georgia gang statute. Is that correct? Yes. And I think that will conclude, at least for the time being, Mr. Menezes' motions until such time as we're able to hear those particular other witnesses, the witnesses that will require with motions that will require witnesses, I should say.
Yes, Your Honor. So first, as to the duplicative counts, if I understood Mr. Farley's written motion correctly, it was a little different than what we heard today, but I'm happy to respond to all of it. So first of all, in his written motion, it seemed as though he was complaining that counts the indictment, later in the indictment, 50 and 51, mirrored some of the acts under count 1. So to respond to that first, Your Honor, first of all, as to count 1 acts 173 and 176, those are acts under the RICO count. They are not separate counts. So what's really going to drive us both through this conversation and through the addressing of what Mr. Farley talked about today, where he alleged that murder and criminal gang activity are duplicative of one another, there's some language that guides us through that. And what I cited to in my brief is the language out of Williams versus State, which is a 2020 Georgia Supreme Court case. It's in my brief, but if the court wants to cite, it's 307 Georgia Supreme Court 778. And in that case, the court said, the United States Supreme Court observed that a draftsman of an indictment may charge crime in a variety of forms and may cast the indictment in several counts, whether the body of facts upon which the indictment is based give rise only to one criminal offense or to more than one. Further, by an indictment of multiple counts, the prosecutor gives the necessary notice and does not do the less so because at the conclusion of the state's case, the defendant may insist that all counts are merely variants of a single offense. Here, the state was properly permitted to charge Farley's act of committing a gang murder, a gang-motivated murder, in numerous ways. The state was permitted to charge Farley with participating in the RICO conspiracy from the YSL criminal street gang, and the state was entitled to allege acts that were in furtherance of that criminal conspiracy, as alleged in count 1. In count 49, 50, and 51, the state was entitled to separately charge Farley for the act of murdering Mr. Drinks and for participation in criminal street gang activity.
Which counts are those again? You said count 1?
My understanding is that Mr. Farley was challenging count 1, acts 173 and 176.
Okay.
And then also counts 49, 50, and 51. 173 and 176 acts, count 1 acts 173 and 176 are Farley and his co-defendants' acts of murdering Mr. Drinks and participating in criminal street gang activity through that murder. and those acts are alleged as acts in furtherance of the YSL RICO conspiracy. And then additionally, Farley is separately charged in counts 49, 50, and 51 with the murder and participation in criminal street gang activity with the actual, those are the charges. So the charges that he's facing relevant to this count are that RICO charge, the murder charge, and the 2 gang charges. And the gang charges are alleged under separate code sections, separate divisions of the gang statute. So basically, these counts are not all the same, so this court should deny Farley's demur. And when I looked at this, what I believe is that this is a situation that should be analyzed similar to when a defendant complains of a double jeopardy violation. And I believe that this court should adopt that framework to analyze this challenge. The double jeopardy framework is that a single offense may be an offense against 2 statutes. And if each statute requires proof of an additional fact, which the other does not, an acquittal or conviction under either statute does not exempt the defendant from prosecution and punishment under the other. So I think to look here whether these counts are duplicative, it is whether it's similar to if we're looking at a double jeopardy or merger analysis. And here, these counts, none of these counts are the same. Count 1, count 49, count 50 or 51. Each of these counts requires the state to prove different elements. Simply because the state added language to certain counts stating that the victim about his gang status or gang affiliation, that does not mean that the counts are duplicative. It simply is different ways of alleging the act of committing a gang-motivated murder. These counts have different charging elements, and what's important is you look at the elements of each count. So Farley is charged in count 1 with RICO.
Live, y'all.
Is not an essential, killing someone is not necessary to prove a RICO conspiracy violation. Same thing with participation in criminal street gang activity. Committing murder, killing someone is not necessary to prove that someone violated the Criminal Street Gang Act. They could also be convicted of that and of murder, but it's not a situation where that's going to be a duplicative count. Those are different acts. And acts is probably the wrong word due to the RICO. Those are different actions taken by the defendant. They're differently charged, and that's completely appropriate pursuant to the Georgia Supreme Court, which quoted the United States Supreme Court. The United States Supreme Court case is United States versus Universal CIT Credit Corp. 344 United States 218, 1952. So here, Your Honor, the counts are not duplicative. They each require different elements. The state must prove different elements to show each conviction. Your Honor, these counts are in no way duplicative. Mr. Farley's demur should be denied.
Okay, turn to the issue of the constitutionality of the gang statute, Georgia gang statute.
Yes, Your Honor. So turning to that directly, I think it's pretty clear that this has already been challenged by in the Georgia Supreme Court within the last 15 years. That was in Rodriguez versus State. And in that case, the Supreme Court of Georgia unanimously held that the primary charging provision of Georgia's anti-gang laws, OCGA 1615-4, is constitutional. Farley has not shown why this court should not follow the ruling of Rodriguez or even attempted to distinguish Rodriguez. So therefore, Your Honor, we believe that it's already been ruled upon. This is a challenge that has already been made. This statute is constitutional. And Your Honor, going into the challenges to each of these, to the extent that Farley makes a First Amendment challenge, Rodriguez versus State held that criminal gang activity is not protected activity even when committed by a group exercising their constitutional right to free association. So that's already been held. Again, I think Mr. Carlson went into this as well, but to the extent he didn't, or the court has further questions, additionally, Anthony versus State loop specifically, and that's 303 Georgia Supreme Court 399, that's a 2018 case. The Georgia Supreme Court specifically rejected the idea that all gang offenses must be gathered into a single gang activity charge. In Lupo versus State 300 Georgia Supreme Court 233, that's a 2016 case. They found that an individual can be charged with separate violations for each of the gang statutes. So that's not a reason to find it unconstitutional. And generally, Your Honor, it's just been clear that this has already been challenged and been rejected, and Farley has not shown why this court should not follow pre-established case law. And Your Honor, I do want to provide the
live,
court
y'all.
additionally with the Nolly site that Mr. Carlson referenced. That's 335 Georgia Court of Appeals 539 2016, and that actually goes in support of both his case and his argument and my argument.
Okay.
Pound that like button. Keita T, I see you. Tyson, I see you. Salute. SJ, I see you. Miss J, I see you. Pound that like button. Justy in here. Yeah, we're going to take calls later, too. We're going to talk about that Joe Budden and Vivica Fox shit. Let's get the likes up. Free energy with the super sticker. I appreciate you. Salute, King. Thanks. Since I don't know what's going on, we might switch gears a little bit, go into this Joe Budden thing, but you know, we're gonna be patient. Judge on his time. That's homie right there, who baby moms was telling him to cooperate. They played it in court yesterday. The recording of the conversation he had with his baby moms. That's homie right there with the flat top afro. He got some old new shit going on. Salute to the rec mob. I see y'all. I guess they waiting for the judge. I don't know what's going on. But we live, y'all. Joe Budden, he goes off on Vivica Fox. I'm going to play that video in a hot second. Let me see if I can get that in real quick. We're going to come back to this. We're going to go to this Joe Budden clip with him going off on Vivica Fox.
Shut the fuck up. You gotta shut the fuck up. It can get bad. Vivica Fox. Hold up. Once regarded as the black woman all of America wanted to be with. Just so we clear on that. Long fall from grace. You don't know how to usefully use your pussy broth. So now be very careful with how y'all continue to speak about me, because I got right here Vivica Fox movies. And let me tell you, girl, here you go right here. 2021, Aquarium Dead. 2020, some shit called Arkansas. Then you was in Hooking Up. Vivica Fox, shut the up before I book you for a movie. It don't cost but $5 to get it done. I will book that entire Fox old show for $75.99. You better leave me alone.
Damn.
Mind your business.
Okay.
Claudia Jordan, shut the up. You gotta shut the up. It can get bad. Vivica Fox, hold up. Once regarded as the black woman all of America wanted to be with. Just so we clear on that. Long fall from grace. You don't know how to usefully use your broth. So now be very careful with how y'all continue to speak about me, because I got right here Vivica Fox movies. And let me tell you, girl, here you go right here. 2021, Aquarium Dead. 2020, some shit called Arkansas. Then you was in Hooking Up. Vivica Fox, shut the up before I book you for a movie. It don't cost but $5 to get it done. I will book that entire Fox old show for $75.99. You better leave me alone. Mind your business.
Okay.
Claudia Jordan.
Yeah, that was Joe Budden going off on Vivica Fox and Claudia Jordan, responding to him saying he didn't like Megan Thee Stallion, or whatever her name is. Pound that like button. We're going to go back to this court case and we're going to take calls in a little bit. All right? Let me pull the court case back up, see where they at with it, because they was at a standstill for a good while, for a good 5 minutes. So I just decided to sneak that in there. Let's go. Nothing's still going on. Damn, but hey, we got that Joe Budden in. It is what it is. I'll bring it back in a little bit. Y'all know the M.Reck room etiquette. We live, y'all. Right now, this is day 4 of the Young Thug pre-trial court hearing, and then I just played for y'all the Joe Budden response, annihilating Vivica Fox and Claudia Jordan. Pound that like button. This is the live show. I'm going to be taking calls 310-598-2974. This is the live show. Let's get the lights up. Nah, you ain't missed the show. We live. We still live. Yeah, he killed the Key to T with that $75.99. Damn. Oh, yeah. When I get some more info, I got you on that. Homie. King Tony in the building. And what the hell is going on with this court case? They just sitting here. But in between time, I'm going to run that Joe Budden back real quick. For people just now tapping in. Right. Let's get to it. Boom. I'll bring the court case back as soon as they start getting back to it. But right now, I'm going to rock with this.
It can get bad. Vivica Fox, hold up. Once regarded as the black woman all of America wanted to be with. Just so we clear on that. Long fall from grace. You don't know how to usefully use your broth. So now be very careful with how y'all continue to speak about me, because I got right here Vivica Fox movies. And let me tell you, girl, here you go right here. 2021, Aquarium Dead. 2020, some shit called Arkansas. Then you was in Hooking Up. Vivica Fox, shut the up before I book you for a movie. It don't cost but $5 to get it done. I will book that entire Fox Old Ho show for $75.99. You better leave me alone. Mind your business. Okay. Claudia Jordan, shut the up. You gotta shut the up. It can get bad. Vivica Fox.
I'm gonna get back to this court case, even though nothing's going on, but just to show you I'm on it. They've been kind of like at a standstill for like the last 10, 15 minutes. But I got that Joe Budden in reacting to Vivica Fox and Claudia Jordan. Okay, they look like they're about to get back to it. Judge taking his long ass water break.
Okay, counsel, appreciate you all giving me some time to collect my thoughts on this particular issues. As it pertains to Farley's motion in regards to amended and special demurrer 7 duplicative counts, this court has considered that Farley is charged in count 1 acts 173 and 176 and counts 49, 50, and 51. And applying, as was mentioned, Williams 307, Georgia 778, these counts are not all the same, where they require different elements of proof, and Farley's motion on that particular issue is denied. As it pertains to the constitutionality of the gang statute, which is 1615-4, this court has considered the counsel's arguments, in particular Rodriguez versus the state, which is a seminal case dealing with the constitutionality of this particular statute at 284 Georgia 803. The proponent, Mr. Farley, has not shown how Rodriguez is not constitutional. It's not. This particular statute deals with it doesn't protect activity as authorized by the First Amendment in terms of freedom of association. So it's not a protected activity. So criminality and the prosecution thereof of that is different than the issues under the First Amendment in terms of freedom of association as authorized or guaranteed to us by the First Amendment. So Farley's motion on that issue fails as well. In terms of the motion to declare
We live, y'all. Pound that like button. Salute to the rec mall.
24-4-418, admissibility of gang activity.
Salute to SJ.
Mr. Carlson, the facial challenge fails under Brennan 267 Georgia 315, and the First Amendment challenge under Rodriguez fails. Our Georgia Supreme Court is dealt with that issue accordingly in the case just cited. Mr. Farley also challenged a number of issues involving 16-15-4, which prosecutes conduct, not association, as the court just mentioned earlier. 16-15-4B addresses behavior. 16-15-4M in terms of the double jeopardy argument. There is no merger. I agree with Mr. Carlson for the and Ms. Rosenwasser for the propositions as stated in Nally versus the state at 335 Georgia Appeals 539, Loophole versus the state 300 Georgia at 233, and Anthony versus the state at 303 Georgia 399. In terms of the constitutional challenge of 418, the issue of uncharged misconduct, there is a built-in mechanism, as I talked with Mr. Farley, counsel, Mr. Menendez, about the issue of it requires the application of the 403 balancing test, and that also is found and is written by our appellate court in State versus McKinney. The Lexus site 202 Lexus 545 has been provided by Ms. Rosenwasser already. So
We
the court
live,
is of
y'all.
the opinion and agrees that the issue is not nexus in his classification. So Farley's motion in those regards fails. And in terms of finally his constitutional classification of 418, the preamble, as our legislature has indicated before enacting 418, and that's 24-4-418, is the reason was that our state was in a state of crisis in terms of criminality. So 16-15-4 and 24-4-418, as I mentioned earlier, Mr. Menendez, that we certainly have 3 levels of constitutional review and review to challenge the constitutionality of statutes: highest strict scrutiny, intermediate scrutiny, and then rational basis. And since our legislature has indicated that the purpose of the statute is one of the specialized statutes in terms of public safety, public safety is a relatively low bar for a governing body to meet. And most statutes that are enacted for that particular purpose are found to meet that standard. And for those reasons, the court is going to deny your motion in terms of constitutional classification. So that, I think I've ruled on everything at this point in time. Mr. Carlson and Ms. Rosenwasser, if you would prepare a suitable order as quickly as possible to
We live, y'all.
permit us to go ahead and
Pound that like button.
go ahead and let us enter that in the record. That would be greatly appreciative. Okay, all right. Mr. Johnson, you stood up for something?
Yes, Your Honor, as you were aware, we had joined in on Mr. Menendez's motion with regards to different counts in the indictment. I did not hear anything from the state as it relates to that. I know the court just issued a ruling as it relates to the counts that Mr. Menendez brought up, but I did not hear anything as it relates to the matter that I brought.
Which counts are you talking about for your, for,
435.
you want to address that, madam or sir?
Your Honor, I can certainly try to address it right now. I haven't done it. This was not written, so I don't have a written response for it.
We live, y'all. Pound that like button. Y'all know the M.Reck room etiquette.
Extent he's challenged, I think this is Mr. Effinger, is challenging only 34 and 35. Your Honor, I could just have a few moments to review.
I tell
Yep.
you what, I'm
Y'all
gonna,
can leave voicemails
I
too.
tell you what, I'm gonna reset. Did you file a written motion, sir?
Not like that.
Say again?
No, Your Honor, I joined in with Mr. Menendez's motion.
But it's a new count, so I didn't know if we were.
Yeah, it's not the same issue because that count doesn't apply to you. It only applies to him. So you probably need to go ahead and reduce it to writing, but I'll go ahead and let her go ahead and do that. No, I won't take it up now, but because I'd like to go ahead and rule on. There are a lot of things I still have yet to rule on. So the way I can treat it, ma'am, I'll give you about 10 minutes and then we can go ahead and finish that up if you don't mind. I need to, all right, we're going to go ahead and do that. Councils, since I can't talk with all of you, can you all send a representative up here to the bench, please? And then the rest of you can pick one or two of you, and then I can go ahead and I'll talk with you.
I don't know what happened to the audio, but pound that like button. I guess the judge turned his mic off so he could talk to the lawyers and the prosecutors and stuff like that. So pound that like button. We watching a Young Thug YSL RICO case trial pre-hearing live. I also covered the Joe Budden response to Vivica Fox and Claudia Jordan. He demolished them, especially Vivica Fox. Matter of fact, let's go to that while they having a little, hold on. Let's get to that. I'll get right back to this court thing. We're gonna go into this Joe Budden thing, y'all. Pound that like button for people who just now coming in the room. Everybody who saw it, just rock along.
Regarded as the black woman all of America wanted to be with. Just so we're clear on that. Long fall from grace. You don't know how to usefully use your pussy broth. So now be very careful with how y'all continue to speak about me, because I got right here Vivica Fox movies. And let me tell you, girl, here you go right here. 2021, Aquarium Dead. 2020, some shit called Arkansas. Then you was in Hooking Up. Vivica Fox, shut the fuck up before I book you for a movie. It don't cost but $5 to get it done. I will book that entire Fox old show for $75.99. You better leave me alone. Mind your fuck ass business. Okay. Claudia Jordan, shut the fuck up. You gotta shut the fuck up. It can get bad. Vivica Fox. Hold up. Once regarded as the black woman all of America wanted to be with. Just so we're clear on that. Long fall from grace.
Pays. I'm gonna read the comments too and take some calls real quick. The lines is open because right now I'm gonna pull up the court. They just in a meeting of the minds. I'm gonna pull it up so y'all can see it ain't really much going on. They turn off all the mics. So hey, look, this is what's happening in the court. So you're not missing nothing. So what I'm gonna do is open up the phone lines 310-598-2974. You can comment on the Young Thug case as well as the Joe Budden and Vivica Fox and Claudia Jordan situation. So we can go into that real quick, or you can leave me a voicemail and I can play the voicemail on the show. So that's what we doing, y'all. We rocking out, we live. Pound that like button. Y'all know the M.Reck room etiquette. I appreciate everybody supporting that Spooky Hours TV episode 1. Make sure you get that collector's item episode 1. Let me highlight it. See, they even see what happened. I really look. All right, let me take that off the screen. So they right now, I guess the court thing is on hold. So what we gonna do is do what we do. I'm taking some phone calls right now. This is where the live show really starts. Let me put this on the screen. We covering all breaking news. So anything breaking, you can definitely put in the chat room and I'll cover it. So hold on, let me put this up real quick on the screen. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. So anything breaking news, we covering right now. I'm taking calls on the Young Thug case, the Joe Budden, Vivica Fox, Claudia Jordan, drama. Hold on, let me fix this this breaking news thing. Let me make this thing fill up the screen a little more. Call me up. Even if you don't get me, I'm playing back your voicemail. Call me up 310-598-2974. Or you can always call right back and I will get right back to you. Hold on. Let me resize this. I gotta resize this. Okay. So let me do this. Boom. There we go. Boom. There we go. We want to make things right and exact. So this is the breaking news live edition with M.Reck TV, and this is the part where you get to call up the show because I don't know what happened with the case. Hold on one second. Okay. This shit just, yeah. For some reason, we'll get back to the case, but let me open up the lines though. Let me open up the lines. We covering all breaking news. So anything breaking you want me to cover, or you want to speak on the Spooky Hours episode 1, you can. Here we go. Shouts to I Am Amazing. Close one. Was phenomenal, Rec. I watched it twice. Salute. I appreciate that. I am amazing. I like the way you spelled your name too. That's fly. You know what I mean? Nice play on words. Appreciate the support. Yeah, that's spooky hours, man. It amazes me. I ain't gonna hold you. It was phenomenal to me because think about this. Spooky hours was a thought in my head. I randomly went live one night and I wanted to do something outside of hip hop. I said, man, I want to do something, catering to like the people that be up at night. And I want to go left. So I came up with spooky hours. And I told my spooky story. Next thing I know, people was calling in, telling theirs. And then the show birthed from there. I actually freestyled it because I just got tired of being boxed into hip hop all the time. You know what I mean? So even though that's never my thing, I'm never boxed in. But you know how that be. I don't want to have to feel like I gotta cover hip hop all the time. My mic is going in and out for some reason. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. My fader. Pardon self. So I'm not hearing myself the way I'm supposed to hear myself. So it got me second guessing, my train of thoughts. On that note, let me see. Stepmommy left a message for Jose. Oh, somebody just called 312-599. Call me up right now. I just got the message. All right, let's go. We taking calls right now, y'all. Mute your audio. Mute your audio, please.
Reck, what's up with you?
What's going on with you? State your name and where you calling from.
I called the other day. I'm calling from Chicago.
Okay.
But I got some, a lot of people say they know the law, but I'm finna go into it for why it's, it's a distraction and a pony show, but you got to watch what they did when they brung in Gunner. That's why everybody believes he tricked, which you can see that, but the only thing they used him for was to establish their organization. They can't prove that outside of them saying that. If you go read the RICO law under state or federal law, they must establish organization. Now, you have to prove that with the way that they commit the crimes and the way that they move. Now, if they move that way, then they got to prove that since they move in that way, it benefits the organization. They can't prove none of that shit. They can't prove none of that. But I wanted to go into some other stuff, and I don't want to expose much, but they can't prove none of that shit. They letting everybody go. You let every motherfucker who committed the crimes go, but you want one motherfucker.
Hold on, fam. Don't curse, please, because they gonna mess with the live and throw off the monetization. All right, go ahead. Continue to build though, without the cursing though. Let's get it.
Yeah. My bad. But that's what, as I'm looking at it, they can't prove none of it. Now, why would you let everybody go but one person? That's not RICO. If you look at anybody that went down, they automatically take everybody with them. They don't just leave everybody to go. The people who commit the crimes, they let them go. You never see it on your fucking thing. My bad. I don't even care if they tell. They still not letting them go.
Got you, my brother. But I appreciate you tapping in, man. I gotta get to the other callers. All right.
All right. Love.
Love. Did you get that episode 1 of Spooky Hours, my TV series?
You already know. Already know.
All right, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. Salute.
I love Reck.
I love. Let's get to it. Maybach Mel, I'm calling you right now. Let's get to it. Pound that like button. This is the breaking news live show with M.Reck TV. We covering everything that's live right now. Peace. Maybach Mel, what's happening, man? Talk to me, King.
Listen, I wanna spit some real spit, man. I don't want to even talk about the Gunner stuff.
Okay.
Listen, you did a good job with that, bro. I like how you incorporated yourself at the beginning. You said, I think it was DJ calling from Orlando. He told the story. Then you showed the V Trill super sticker. Yo, listen, that was tight.
Thank you, King.
The light skinned homie, you did a good job.
Thank you, King.
The two women, the bartender and the psychic, great job. I like how the setup was. I like how you did it. The visuals is on point. I'm not saying this because you my homie. I'm telling the truth. If it was garbage, I tell you it's garbage.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate that. Please do.
Nah, but I love the way everything was incorporated. You know what I'm saying? I like it. Yeah, this is Spooky Hours live show. Call in, and you had, like the way everything played. It looks good. I feel like you should keep your part in at the beginning of each episode.
Oh yeah,
and be
that's
like,
what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
Oh, okay.
yeah. You on point,
bro. I like that. Listen, not to cut you off, pardon self, but how homie had the bad batch. Listen, the bad batch.
Yeah.
Listen, and she knew. She was like, listen, in the drawer on the left of you, don't touch that. I had a vision, like, yo, I like that. Homie was like, yo, hold on, I gotta run home quick. She's like, you leaving? He's like, yeah, I got a dip. And he goes and grabs the batch. And listen, I like everything because to me, it added a little comedy. I don't know about anybody else. But
yeah,
like the little comedy.
It was.
How she's even in the bath. Oh, I don't want to say too much, but the little part where she's in the bathroom, like, man, it's been 5 months. You better get yourself something.
Maybach Mel. Hold on. Maybach Mel, how many times you watched it? Because you kind of like pulling up all the details.
Bro, listen,
you pulling up all the details, King.
I'm observant. I'll just throw my sign out there. Libras are all Libras are like that. We're very meticulous. We dissect things. We break it down 1,000 ways. I love, like I said, you incorporated the little comedy in it. Even you, when you was like, yeah, the caller said you've been hitting that psychic poom poom. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just being. That's the word you use.
Yeah. You paraphrasing. Yeah. I know exactly what you're saying.
Like, bro, listen, I got it. I had me and maybe about like 8 homies. We all watched it. Like I said, we watched it 3 times because it's short and sweet. And so you could keep watching it over. It's not dragging. And like I said, it's bro, you did a good job, man.
You, King.
Did a good job.
Thank you, King.
Salute to you. Salute to the director, the actress, the actors, everybody who played a part. It's good. I can't wait for the other ones, man.
Oh, no. We dropping mad episodes, but I need you to let the people know that's coming in and out the room why they need to go get that Spooky Hours TV series episode 1 close one. Just let them know real quick, just in case they don't.
There's people that shoot movies. Listen, you could tell it's like, yo, what kind of production? Are they using an iPhone? Or they using an Android? Listen, that's what I'm saying. Like the sound effects, put it like this. There's a YouTuber who put out a movie. He does like little series. I watched it. Some of the scenes is too loud. If they did a scene like how you did the bar scene, the music level and everything was like, you could tell it was mixed and mastered. And it was basically everything went in sync. You know what I'm saying? It was synchronized. This dude series, the sounds all over the place. Like sometimes you barely can hear the characters speaking. Sometimes you got to put up the volume. Then when they have the little shooting scenes, that's a little too loud. Bro, I'm not disrespecting him. At least he's trying to do something. But this is how you learn, is by getting feedback. Bro, I already told you. I've been rocking with you. I knew about you. How did I know about you? Like I said, your music was being played on the radio out here in Boston.
Facts.
I didn't even know you had a YouTube channel or nothing like that until I searched your name. And then I seen everything. And ever since then, I've been rocking with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So salute to you. Blessings. Stay blessed, bro.
Blessings. How about this? Salute to you on that. Because I remember Chubby Chub and what's my man from Jeff 2 Times and Ed OG playing my music on Boston Hot 97 FM out there, right? So check it. Now, I was going to say this, but somebody in the chat room mentioned this. They said the caller should do a review. So you can do the review, the official review on the episode series, because we got people already called in leaving they feedback and all that. But I want to bring the reviews back. You know what I'm saying? I used to do reviews. Tyson used to hold that down and all that. But I think he got a little caught up with his job, whatever. We used to review albums and all that. So now that we got the Spooky Hours TV series episodes coming out, we want Maybach Mel to do the official reviews. How about that? I don't know if you up to it. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm up to it, brother. I'm up to it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Listen, man, if I can help and support and add to the platform, you already know. You know what I'm saying? You are like you said yesterday when you went live, you got a big following, in the East Coast around here, from Boston to Rhode Island to CT, especially CT, because CT's close to NY.
Correct.
So that's a big market for y'all. Like I told you, Max B used to be out here hard, French Montana, Cardi B. So yeah, like I said, we're just a smaller version than New York, but Boston ain't really no difference. I mean, I know our sports team, is better with champions and, all that good stuff. That's for another date. I'll get on you with your New York sports teams, but you already know Boston don't like to be compared to New York, but we're not, you know what I'm saying? We're not too far apart from each other. You know what I'm saying? It's only 3.5, 4 hours away from Boston to New York. So you already know, but bro, you got a strong following. I told you when I called, I forgot when I called. I think it was last week when I caught a replay and everybody was saluting me for my birthday in October. And I was like, yo, look at the love. Like, they didn't even have to be like, oh, Maybach Mel, happy birthday. Like I said, everybody's real supporters, man. And if you do have that function, you already know that place is going to be packed. Facts. You heard? It's going to be packed.
Facts.
But I want to hold up the line, brother. I already know. You already got my number. Tap in.
I got you. At me. We're going to build. All right, my brother? Salute. Appreciate you, King. Peace.
Likewise.
Man, the love has been phenomenal. The feedback off that Spooky Hours TV series I released, episode 1, close one, man. People been watching it multiple times, and man, it's amazing, man. I'm grateful. Salute to everybody who supported it. If you didn't get it now, because it's only going to be up for a limited time. It's a collector's item. Like, my stuff, anything I do, it's not microwave material. You know what I'm saying? You know how you got microwavable food, and you got soul food? Mine's is the health. Matter of fact, never mind the soul food. Mine's is the health food. You know what I mean? Mine's is the health food that'll put 40 years on your life. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to get a laugh. You're going to get, everything you need. You're going to get all that nutrition from, hold on one second. From the food that I'm dishing, you're getting all the nutrition and everything else. Pound that like button. We're now live. Where can you get it? Okay. You can get it right here, my G. The links is in the chat room. You can go to spookyhourstv.tv, and then here goes the direct link right to it. I ain't gonna hold you. Everybody need to get it, because trust me, it's not gonna be up that long. Because that's how I'm doing it. And then when the next episode come, it's gonna be the same way. And then I have the subscription service real soon. I'm building that. I'm building the app. So bear with me. So y'all gonna have to hold me down episode for episode. So that app costs a lot of money too. You know what I'm saying? So I need y'all to bear with me, support me, and I'm gonna have an app where you pay a one-time fee soon. But just let me rock out for a good, maybe 4 or 5 episodes, man. Just support it. I'm gonna keep giving y'all great content. And remember, every episode is gonna get better and better. Some gonna be a little longer, some might be about the same time. But just know this is for y'all. This show is for y'all. My subscribers, the Rec Mob, Spooky Hours is your show. It's all of our show, but that's your show. You know what I mean? And I'm showing y'all in real time. Like, we went from y'all calling up the live show to it becoming a TV show. Who does that? You know what I'm saying? I'm showing y'all manifestation is real. Hold on one second. Let's see if I can copy this. Boom. All right. So for people asking, where can they get the TV show? Here go the direct link. Right here is on the screen. It's in the chat room. Click on that link. And you golden, or go to spookyhourstv.tv. But anyhow, we're gonna get back to the breaking news. So let's see if the court case is back on. Let's get it popping. If not, I'll take a few more calls. 310-598-2974. I actually could turn this into the Heavy Gems live too. Let me call Talib. Do me a favor, real quick. Matter of fact, SJ, is it anything breaking out there? Let me know. Is it anything breaking out there? Text me if it, see what's out there real quick. Text me. I know you texted me earlier. Pardon me. I meant to get back to you. I think I was in the shower when you hit me. I meant to hit you back. But anyhow, pardon so. But I'm speaking to you now, so it is what it is. Thank you for giving me the heads up on that earlier. But SJ, see if it's anything breaking out there, you know what I mean, that we can cover. And we're gonna take some calls. Call me up 310-598-2974. Let me see if this case is still rocking. Cause they was let me see what's happening. Let me see. Okay. Let me see. I don't know. I don't know if it's still live. Yeah. I don't think it's live right now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cover something else. Let me see. SJ, because this is the breaking news live segment now. I used to do this, take callers. I'm back on it. Salute the Peach in the building. Can't wait for the second episode. Facts. I can't wait my damn self. You know what I mean? I love it. Like I got a thing for this movie TV thing, man. For this cinematic movie television thing. I got a thing for it. Like that's my shit right now. Like I almost got the same love for it like I got for music and doing content and going live. Like, man, and I'm early on. I'm still learning. Oh man, I'm not even in my bag yet. And man, just the response from the people got me real confident, because there's always room for improvement. So I'm using all that, all the support, all the feedback to make me better and go harder. So yeah. Let's go to it. I know SJ is about to send me. Hold on, real quick. You know what I'm gonna do? I know I was playing some music, so I'm gonna let the music rock while we get back to some breaking news. I'm gonna get back to some music real quick. Some M.Reck music. Respect my handle. Until we're gonna cover something real quick and take some more calls. Call me up right now, 310-598-2974. Also make sure you get your copy of that SpookyHoursTV.tv series, episode 1 on SpookyHoursTV.tv. My bad. We want to be right and exact. Episode 1, close one, is out. Man, I love it. Matter of fact, let's go into the trailer. Let's go into the teaser, right? Why not, right? Why not? Let me see. Can I pull that up on the screen? Let me see. I know I might have to delete some things. I could pull it up, but I want to see if I could pull it up through the StreamYard directly. Close one trailer. Let me see real quick. Final trailer I got. Yeah. Boom, right? Let me see. Close one. Bear with me, y'all. We live, so just rock with me. I gotta put my music on my Apple app on the computer so I could be playing it from the computer. Let me see. Oh no, this is it's not. Oh, I think because it's MOV, it's not letting me pull it up. Hold on. We got some breaking news. Let me see. Let me see. Send me some more, SJ. Matter of fact, you can go through all this if you want. Matter of fact, You know what we gonna do? We covering everything. SJ, I'm gonna send you the link, and everything you sent me, you can cover because we live. This breaking news live. Why not? If that's what you want to cover, let's do it. Let's do it. All right. We can start with these. Matter of fact, we can start with the Trey songs, start with the Cardi B, and then Joe is another Joe Budden. Matter of fact, let's do Trey songs, Cardi B, and the Young Thug's brother. Let's go on. Let's do that. All right, I'm gonna send you the link. And SJ is gonna do them joints live. I'm gonna bring up the headlines, and let me invite her to StreamYard so she can read it live. This is breaking news live with M.Reck TV, and we're gonna be taking calls. All right. So yeah, we doing something different. Why not? Ain't no script. Ain't no script. We freestyling this whole shit. Shouts to SJ. We in here. Salute to the Rack Mob. Ain't no script. We really live with this. Let me see. Why this shit ain't I wish SJ had a iPhone. Cause my joint is calibrated. You know what I'm saying? With my computer. Okay. I got her. I'm gonna have to buy SJ iPhone. Yeah. You got the link, SJ. So as soon as she come backstage, we're gonna cover a lot of breaking news. We got a lot of breaking news, and that's what we doing. Breaking news live. This is how we doing it. We covering everything. All right. The court thing, I don't know what happened, so I'm about to just take that out the title right now, and boom. I'm gonna just call it breaking news live. Take that out the YouTube title. Vivica, Trey songs, turn the stuff in. And so forth and so on. All right, boom. Pound that like button, y'all. We here. Will he walk or not? I don't know. That's a great question. Shouts to Chief Auto. Appreciate you, man. I got your Cash App earlier too. Thank you, King. Chief Auto got the episode as well. You know what I mean? Shouts to Peach on the super chat. Appreciate you. She said, play a call from Spooky Hours for the non-followers. You right. You right. You know what? This is why you need to listen to Spooky Hours. Let me see. While we get SJ backstage. SJ, you got time. No worries. We're going to play. That's a great idea. Thanks, Peach. We're going to play some calls from Spooky Hours, and this is why you need to tap into Spooky Hours, because this is where you can understand where the TV show came from, the origin of everything. All right, so let's go to latest Spooky Hours, and they playing games with the numbers on my latest Spooky Hours. I don't care about that. I know the people really tap in. And big games. So we're gonna go to Sandra's story. And Peach, you can let me know give me timestamps, because I don't be knowing all the timestamps. You know what I mean? Give me timestamps on the stories. I know Sandra joint because let me see, I think it's 50:08. Yeah. Okay. Right now, until we get SJ backstage, we're gonna play some clips, some people that called in. We playing a clip from people that called in on Spooky Hours. So just bear with me, all right? We gonna that's what we doing real quick. All right. Let me take this off the screen so I can bring it in. Boom. Appreciate the super chat, Peach. Thank you. Let me see. Let me bring this in. How do I bring it in? Okay, yeah. Let's go. We going into the spooky hours, man. For those of y'all that don't tap into spooky hours, y'all gonna understand why you need to tap in and what you've been missing. We on episode 86. We ain't on episode 86 for no reason either. And we ain't got a TV show for no reason. If it wasn't successful and the people wasn't rocking with it, you know what I mean? We wouldn't be continue. We won't be on episode 86. But we're gonna go into spooky hours. Salute the V. Yes, spooky hours is lit. Thank you, King. Appreciate you. Let's get to it. All right, let's go. I'm gonna have to mute my mic so y'all can hear it crispy. So y'all know that. So this is why this
Okay.
she's in the building. Appreciate you. So Sandra, you got the floor to tell the
Yeah.
stories. Spooky hours officially starts now with the stories with Sandra. Let's go.
Okay. Well,
Hold on, y'all. SJ's backstage. Hold on. Let me just greet SJ. SJ, what's happening with you?
How are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good. That's good. So I'm gonna play this clip real quick, all right? So which story you want to read first?
I pulled up the Trey Songz one.
Yep. All right. So hold that thought. I'm gonna play this give me a few minutes.
No problem.
All right?
Okay.
All right. We about to go into this story from Spooky Hours. Hold on, we got a caller. Peace.
Peace. What's good, God?
What's going on? Peace, God. Talk to me.
Yeah, it's King Tony.
King Tony, what's
already know.
happening, King?
Shaking and moving, same thing, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Keeping my head on the swivel. But yo, I was gonna speak on this Joe Budden thing. I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
Joe Budden, bro, he out of line. And he out of pocket as a man.
Mm-hmm.
Because no man, he playing with stuff we don't play with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Those type of conversations, that fun boy talk, we don't do that.
At all.
And we know Budden, you know what I'm saying? He ain't really known as the most thugged out dude, but we don't play with that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you speaking to two different people at the same time. Like you trying to make light of something that you're really serious about. And that's why he's you know what I'm saying? That's why he in the position he's in, because he's very good with his words.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just say that, leave that there, because I ain't got nothing against nobody and what they choose to do with their life. But when you on a public platform and you know you got people tuning in, you need to take more social responsibility and accountability as a man to not have your identity plus the identity of other brothers in question, because you represent us. You know what I'm saying? You tatted up. You got the beard. You rock the Nikes, the sweat. You represent us.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be careful how you carrying certain things on these big platforms. Then you just went all the way off and flipped on these black women, calling them all out their names. But was that really justified? Was that really called for?
Nah.
You actually responding just like a broad. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody really come for you like that. So I'm gonna leave that right there. I don't feel buttons like that. And that's a violation as a man, like a man. Like we don't do that. This thug thing is a kangaroo. It's a kangaroo court. Salute. This thug thing is a kangaroo court. What we witnessing now is, like I said before on another call-in, is snitching is not just about a quote unquote violation of unwritten street rules. It is, why is it so important to the people in power? Why is it so important to get brothers to tell on each other? Because you're bearing false witness against your own, and you're deepening the mistrust in the black community.
Mm-hmm.
Now everybody watching is gonna start looking at their mans sideways, like, some might be trying to backdoor me. I don't know if I really could. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna be moving extra shaky now around dudes they so-called was locked in with, based on what we witnessing. People with real paper, people with clout, connections, they don't got no loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just a regular average dude out there ripping and running, what make you think these people gonna be loyal to you? You ain't feed half the people Thug fed. So we gotta be careful about how we perceive what is happening in the public arena as men of color from our community. Joe Buttons is not properly representing us. Hugging them wasn't either. However, we gotta look deeper sometimes, and it's not just all about ratting and street stuff. It's deeper, brother. These situations are actually furthering the division within the black community because it causes more and more mistrust. Where we got to constantly be looking at our brother like, man, I ain't messing with nobody.
Mm-hmm.
We seen what happened with us. You feel me? I ain't gonna be too long-winded. Rec, do me a favor, bro. Check your DM on IG.
Okay.
I got the same handle. It's King_Tony_ with the I.
Which
I
IG? Because I got 2 pages. The M.Reck TV or my M.Reck GM.
I'm not sure.
I check both of them.
I'm gonna send.
I check both.
Yeah, check them both. But yeah, I got. I'm an award-winning essayist from University of Connecticut.
Oh,
2012.
Salute.
Yeah, #1. You know what I'm saying? I did that from a halfway house, but that's going into some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm also a national poetry winner. You know, I'm a writer. You know, I do music and all that. I wrote my first film project, which was actually a scary movie.
Oh, we
so
got
I'm gonna leave that there. I just want to get a conversation going
with
you.
Oh yeah, we
you
got
feel
Bill.
Me?
Let's get to it, King. Let's get to
All
it.
right, Lord.
All right, peace, Lord.
All right.
Peace, King Tony.
Peace.
Shouts to King Tony, man. That's my guy right there, man. Definitely. Call me up. Let me know how you feel about the Joe Budden response to Vivica Fox and this Thug case. Hold on, let me I got SJ backstage. She's gonna read the Trey Songz joint. Hold on, I just was because I'm making sure the people know that we live on the community. So I was just trying to find a picture. Hopefully this picture fits. All right, this will do. You know, yeah. Hopefully, for right now. SJ, you there? Hold on, let me add. SJ, you there?
I'm here.
Okay, cool. So I'm about to pull it up right now, and then we'll get into the spooky story. I'm about to pull up the Trey Songz from Hip Hop DX, so you can read it. Give me 1 second. I'm about to pull it up right now, and then we'll get back to the spooky hours. Let me see. I gotta take this off the screen. Stop sharing this. All right, I'm gonna cut.
Go to the TMZ one for Trey Songz, because for whatever reason I couldn't pull that link up. I don't know why.
Okay. Z. TMZ, that joint must be far down the site. Let me see. They put up so much content. Salute to them. They got a crazy staff. God damn.
You see it?
Man, I went through like 100 posts already. God damn.
Try the 20th date.
Oh, it was the 20th? Let me just put Trey Songz in the damn search.
Well, for TMZ it was the 20th, but for hip hop it was today.
Okay, Trey Songz turns salesman. Okay, I got it. I put it in the search. Thanks. All right. So We live, y'all. Breaking news live. SJ is gonna read the news. We're gonna take some callers. Y'all can chime in on these topics. And this is what we doing. We're gonna be doing this probably like every day, just cause we putting work in. And we got the Spooky Hours episode 1, the dopest TV series, brand new TV series on the market. All right, tap in SpookyHoursTV.tv is how you can get it. All right, so SJ is on you. I'm gonna mute my mic. Let's go.
Okay. Trey Songz has voluntarily turned himself in to NYC cops after allegedly punching 2 people a couple of months back, TMZ has learned. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ Trey Songz was busted at the end of November for the alleged incident. We're told he's accused of striking 2 people in the face while they were at a bowling alley back in October, and one of the alleged victims was hospitalized. Trey turned himself in at the NYPD station a few weeks later, and we're told he was booked, given a desk appearance ticket for assault and release. As we previously reported, Trey allegedly punched a woman in the face while inside a bowling alley bathroom. The new information is there's a second alleged victim, a guy who claims Trey punched him in the eye. We're told he refused medical treatment. Still, no word on a motive for the alleged beatdown. Trey's attorney tells TMZ, we have been proactively communicating with New York law enforcement, the DA, and all those involved. While we will respectfully and proactively work through all the appropriate channels, we are confident that Trey will be fully cleared of any wrongdoing.
Appreciate that, SJ. So that right there was the Trey Songz recap on him turning himself in at the bowling alley alleged beatdown incident. All right. So shouts to TMZ. Shouts to SJ for that voiceover, live voiceover. So SJ, what's the next story you want to cover for the people? Pound that like button.
You want to do the Cardi B one?
Yeah, why not? What site is that now? So I know where to go to.
Let's see.
Got that on my iPhone. Matter of fact, see, damn, I can't pull it up on my iPhone on my computer.
I think it was.
Let me see. I gotta Cardi B. Oh, I think that's Hip Hop DX.
Okay.
I got you. Let me just go to news. Yeah. Yep. Cardi B says she's worth more than 40 million following recession comment. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Talking her mess. She talking her shit. Okay, Cardi. I don't know about this picture they got of Cardi. This shit look kind of spooky. This picture, you see this picture they got of Cardi
with her hair,
with the makeup.
with the makeup and the hair.
Yeah, I'm trying to see, but I don't know. Like, maybe it's me. Let me know, y'all. Y'all feeling this picture of Cardi B, or maybe it's the effect on the picture. Look kind of like older in this joint. She look like they put like 20 years on her. But anyhow, all right, we got the story up. As Jay, take over.
Okay, Cardi B recently addressed someone who criticized her for commenting on the national recession when she's allegedly worth 40 million. On Tuesday, the Bronx native took to Twitter to remind fans that the country is going through a recession while also wishing them a Merry Christmas. While some sided with Cardi and understood the struggle the recession would bring around this time of the year, there was one person who caught the rapper's attention. The Twitter user retweeted Cardi's post with a man shaking his head and wrote, says the rapper worth 40 million. I'm worth more than that. And guess what? If I don't save, work, and budget, I could lose it too. What makes you think that no matter how much money you got, you can't lose it all if you don't manage your money correctly? I too have bills, responsibility, and people I have to help. The country is currently dealing with high inflation, a struggling stock market, and massive layoff across various industries. All this is happening as the nation gets back on its feet following the COVID-19 pandemic. According to CNBC, roughly 31% of Americans say they're concerned their company is planning budget cuts or layoffs, which makes this holiday season a bit tougher on families looking to provide. It's not the first time Cardi has snapped back at a follower over the last few weeks. She clapped back at a fan earlier in the month who had something to say about her performance. The fan tried to play Cardi and say she was performing in someone's backyard before she went ahead and revealed how much she got paid for the impromptu set. I got paid $1 million to perform at this elite bankers event, private event, for 400 people and only for 35 minutes, Cardi tweeted along with the photo. Think about that when you type about this Grammy winner. She's also receiving a reported $3.8 million following the ruling in her court case with blogger Tasha K.
I appreciate that, SJ. Thank you.
You're welcome. I appreciate you.
All right. You want to cover one more?
Sure, whatever you want me to do.
Whichever one you want to do. It's on you.
You wanted to do the Young Thug one
Oh yeah, Young
with his
Thug.
brother?
Yeah, Young Thug brother. Let's get into that. Read the title and all that.
Which one was that for? Which
Um,
site?
Hip Hop DX. Let me see.
Okay.
Let me see. We live, y'all. This is breaking news. This is breaking news live with M.Reck TV and SJ doing a live voiceover.
Yeah, Hip Hop DX.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Let me go to that story. Where is that at? Yeah, here we go. I got it on the screen. Oh, hold on. No, I'm sorry. I gotta bring it back. I got it now. All
Okay.
right. Give me 1 second. All right. It's on you, SJ.
All right. Young Thug's brother denies snitching after taking plea deal in YSL RICO case. Young Thug's brother has denied snitching after accepting a plea deal in the ongoing RICO case against the rappers Young Slime Life Collective. According to WSB, he pleaded guilty to one count of violating the RICO Act and one count of theft by receiving stolen property on Tuesday. The YSL rapper, who appeared on last year and has also collaborated with the likes of Future and Gunna, has been handed a 12-year sentence with 2 years commuted to time served and 10 years probation. He took to Instagram stories shortly after his release to respond to those accusing him of snitching on Young Thug. People really think I told on my own brother, shaking my head, he wrote. Show me in the paperwork I told on anybody, LOL. I'm not even finna entertain any of it. Peace and blessings. As part of the plea deal, there are a number of conditions he must meet. He's required performance of 750 hours of community service, can't possess a gun or commit any criminal acts, has a 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew, and isn't allowed to contact Thug or any other co-defendants in the indictment until the case has concluded. In addition, he must testify if called upon but reserves his right to assert his Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination.
Wow. Thank you, SJ.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, SJ, I'ma continue the show. I appreciate you bringing us the news live. I'm gonna take some callers, and if not, I just in the live, and we just go live tomorrow or something. I give you a heads up on the time or something.
No problem. I'm going back in the chat. I can't even talk. I'm getting tongue-tied.
Nah, it's all good. It happens.
Okay, going back in the chat.
All right. Peace.
All right.
Shouts to SJ giving us that beautiful commentary. Pound that like button. Pound that like button. I'm getting tongue-tied too. Pound that like button. Y'all know the M.Reck room etiquette. Call me up 310. She read 3 stories. She covered 3 stories. The Trey Songz turning himself in. Young Thug's brother responding to people calling him a snitch. She covered Cardi B styling on somebody. Let's get it. Peace.
Yo,
Peace.
peace.
What's
Brett,
going
can I
on?
speak real quick?
Yeah, you good.
It's King Tony again.
Okay.
Hey, yo, first and foremost, this for the chat and the mob. No disrespect.
Mhm.
Don't play with my life in that chat.
Well, what happened?
I shared something that's real. Like, that's real. That's a real situation. Rec know that's real.
Facts.
I'm a grown ass man, so I got a 16-year-old child and a 9-year-old. Nobody play like that.
What happened,
Nobody
King?
play like that.
I'm lost. What they
Nah,
do?
somebody like I'm gonna tell you. I wanted to say this before. It ain't even about me. This something I would suggest. You being the boss of this whole thing. You the general. A lot of people be wanting to call. Not me. You see, I don't have no problem calling. I share my stuff. I called on Spook. All of that. Nobody worried. I'm trying to say this is that y'all discourage people from calling in with all the negativity. You don't know what somebody might need to get off their chest. You see what's going on in the world right now. Y'all got it like everything ain't key. Like we laugh, we get it on, but come on now. You got to be able to discern when somebody's speaking some real stuff.
Yeah,
I don't call in for that. I call in to contribute to the platform.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like respect the callers. That's all I'm saying. It ain't even about King Tony. This is something I've been wanting to say from the spooky hours because I noticed that some people call in and y'all just start banging on them and trolling. Like, don't do that all the time. Everybody not built for that. Everybody don't got thick skin. I'm good, but that's something I've been wanting to address. Like the chat be ODing with the trolling.
Y'all gotta be easy, man. Y'all gotta be easy in that chat.
Put some balance in it. Anybody could do whatever they want. Put some balance in it. M.Reck platform ain't even that type of platform where it's mad goofy. Like you got the what's that show you got with Talib?
Heavy Gems.
Heavy Gems. Like you got all like this show go deep, bro. This ain't no regular platform for it's all everything goofball. When somebody call in and speak, don't play with it. You know when you could play with it. I ain't somebody you could play with.
Yeah, y'all gotta have respect for the callers, man. You know what I mean? Because some people,
the callers.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. Appreciate you, Tony.
Real talk. Nah, I appreciate you, bro. I just wanted to say that, like, yo, all that trolling, put some balance in it. It's too much going on right now in the world to take somebody's life and try to make it a troll so you could get a reaction from some females. Like, I understand, bro. You need some attention. That's cool, but you ain't gonna use my life for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't play like that. Real talk. So thank you, Rec.
You're welcome, King Tony.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Check them DMs, God.
All right, I got you, King. I said it before, man. You know, a lot of people do be wanting to call in, and you know, it is a balance over here, though. It is a balance. But just be considerate for some of the callers, because some of the callers, they, you know, some callers are a little vulnerable. You know what I mean? Everybody's not built the same. So, salute. Appreciate y'all. Salute to the Rack Mob. I salute to King Tony. Salute to everybody in the chat room, man. Just show some love to the callers, all right? Pound that like button. We taking some more callers. 310-598-2974. But until then, I'm gonna play a Spooky Hours call from the other night. This is why you need to tap into Spooky Hours, because these are the type of calls that we be getting that be very entertaining, but also is the reason why I made a TV show. It was these calls were so phenomenal. I'm like, yo, I can't just keep doing a live show. The live show is cool, but we got to go to the next level. Peace.
Doing a live show?
Mute audio. Yes. Hello?
Yeah, hey, how you doing, M.Reck? How's everything?
Everything good. State your name.
Hello?
Where you calling from?
My name is Angie. A necessary ground influences everybody. I'm calling from Queens.
Angie, what's happening with you?
I just want everything good, man.
Okay.
I just want to say that, you know, everything that's going on in the world right now, you know, with all this, you know, these RICO charges and you know, all the celebrity stuff that's going on right now is really depressing. I think the world is just going through like a big like transition and a big shift. And I'm not saying that all this stuff is not real and that is distractions. Like the brother that just called on the phone with all those emotions about how people are, you know, talking in your chat and everything. He could just not be in the chat. You know what I'm saying? But he's emotional about everything that's going on in the world because it's bothering him. He's personalizing shit that's going on in the world like it's really him going through it. Like it's like this is personal. He's personalizing everything. I mean, for him to call and tell you how to run your channel, that just turned me off. I was so pissed off for him.
Well, it's like this. I would say this. Because there's people that do want to call and they're a little hesitant because of the people in the chat room, you know, be snapping. This is a fact. This is a fact. So, you know, he does have a valid point and you have a valid point, you know? So,
it sounds a little institutionalized, man. And I get you, man. I think a lot of them brothers that's locked up with, back to the point, you know, a lot of the brothers that's locked up with the homie Young Thug, I think they just, you know, they just figure like this dude don't got a fighting chance. Let me just step out while I can. Let me just step out while I can. I don't think it's right or wrong. I just think it's based upon, you know, what they're dealing with at the time. And everybody sat in there almost a year and they're like, you know what? If I don't get no deal in like another year and a half, I'm out of here. I can't do this. You know, I think everybody should revisit what they goals in life are before they even step into any type of game moving forward.
Correct. So what's going on with you? What you do? What's your line of work? I'm curious.
I'm a CPR instructor, man. I sell life. I don't sell crack, man. You know.
Wow.
Yeah, I just sell life.
That's what's up.
You know, I teach people how to revive somebody else, like the dudes that be standing on the corner looking like landmarks. You know, I teach them how to revive their homie if he gets shot before the ambulance could get there.
Wow,
that's
you know, deep.
That's what I do.
That's
deep.
Because
they landmarks. You know, it's easy to find these people. They just be standing outside.
Salute to you, Angel. That's what's up. Let me ask you this: did you get that episode 1 of Spooky Hours TV series?
I did not. Do I need to get it?
Oh, you gotta get it. That's if you wreck mob, you support M.Reck. You gotta get that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm gonna tap into that.
I appreciate
you. If he felt so strongly about everything and send something in your super chat. I'm about to say you something in your super chat.
Okay, I appreciate it. Now he always support, and he got the show too. Now he always support.
Cool.
All right,
man.
All right.
Much love.
All right, much love. Peace. Wow. Man, emotions is flying high today. Man, salute to the wreck mob though. You know what I mean? Shouts to Angels, shouts to King Tony. You know, I try to keep a balance over here, you know. Let's get it. Peace.
Peace, bro. Hey, yo, the last caller, bro, he wasn't wrong though, but he putting too much feelings into it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. Everything that's going on in the world, that ain't got nothing to do with outside of people. You can have your feelings, you can have your emotions, you can speak on it, but do it have anything to do with you or your family? That's how you gotta look at it. Like you gotta look at things like going on with Young Thug. It's real world out here. Niggas been snitching from day one. The only difference is now is playing that in the media.
Got you.
To take away, look, if you take away the internet and take away media and all the paperwork and all that, you won't be knowing who's snitching out here. But now we in the media time now where everything is on the internet, everybody live and everything. That's why you know who's snitching. Is it right or wrong? That ain't got nothing to do with me because I ain't in that situation. But I can't tell another man how to raise his family or do what he gotta do for his family while he locked up.
Correct.
That's the same thing with Joe Biden. Is he wrong? You could say he's wrong for going at black sisters, right? But at the same aspect, that's the space everybody in, those gossip spaces. That's what they do. They talk about hip hop and gossip. And at the end of the day, you gotta look at it like this. Y'all came at that man. Y'all started bringing allegations up he did back in the days and stuff like that, which we know he talked about when he said he was on drugs. So why would y'all deem that man? But then when he says something back, it's a problem. See, that's where the internet and media taking over. Everything. Think about this. I'm gonna give you one thing. You ever notice everything that goes on in media, it goes right to the shade room. You ever notice that?
Correct.
Right. So once the shade room gets everything, they broadcast everything. Now it's out there. I don't care whether you cheating on a person, whether you're an NBA football player, rapper, a celebrity, whoever. Once it gets to that internet, everybody knows your business. And it ain't nothing you can do. And that's the problem. Instead of people facing the fact what the issue is right now, they looking on the outside. The problem is the internet. Everything is on the internet. Everybody broadcasts everything that's going on in the world. And that's the real thing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to see Young Thug go to jail. We want to see him continue music. But at the same aspect, the situation he in, the internet's going to tell. Somebody snitching, you going to know about it because the internet is going to run right to the internet saying this person told. And you know, everybody go get paperwork nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
I can go to the courthouse and go get paperwork with somebody. And that's the difference, bro. You listen, man, salute you for everything you doing, man. You doing right. But at the last caller, man, he can't put that on you. Everybody's entitled to have their opinion.
Yeah, no. I mean, you right and he right. Everybody's right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you understand this, right? This is the thing where he spoke on how he felt, and something in the chat room might have affected him emotionally. You know what I mean? It triggered some emotions. But he also spoke from the general aspect of other people wanting to call in, but they feel hesitant because of people in the chat room, you know, might troll them. If you understand what I'm saying?
But you know, you 100%, and that's why you know what you just said, son. You just brought up a good point. That's how it is with these chat rooms. That's how it is with these internet. You can't write a comment on the internet right now and somebody not taking your comment a bad way.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
That's like for example, like everybody, you see people going back and forth with this Megan and Tory shit right now. You see they going back and forth. They going crazy on the internet over it, right?
Yeah.
Because the minute you have opinion and you say something, whoever don't like it, they gonna take it the way they take it. But you have a right to your opinion. And I always tell people this. Instead of having an opinion, put yourself or your family member in that situation. How would you feel? And that's how it is. But everything, you're right. Keep doing what you're doing, man. And at the end of the day, whether my man had an opinion about or how he felt about something, like, he gotta let that go. That's chat room people. You ain't gonna never see these people on the internet or the chat room. That's how I look at life.
No doubt, King. But I appreciate you tapping in, my brother. I sent that link to your phone for the Spooky Hours episode 1 TV series I just dropped. You know what I mean? I need you to support that, good brother. Support.
All right, guys.
All right, salute.
That's support,
Right.
salute.
Yeah, man. We gonna keep the vibe good over here, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. That happened. King Tony addressed it. A few callers, they addressed what he said and just, you know, everything that's going on in general. And we off that now. Now, I want to, matter of fact, Deacon Weezo called. So I want to keep the good vibes. I want to bring some laughs in right now. You know what I mean? You know how we do the Rec Mob and M.Reck. We want to keep people entertained and keep you laughing. We don't want to kill the vibe. You dig? So let me see what Deacon Weezo got to say, man. I know Deacon Weezo gonna give us some laughs. Let's get it. Pound that like button. Let's get the likes up. Run the likes up, y'all. Deacon Weezo probably working right now on Maybach mail call. So let's get to it. Peace.
Peace.
What's going on?
I was gonna say, I was gonna say this too. Like you said, let's change the mood, keep the mood.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that you just allowed back on your platform, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how I knew this is, I'll mention his name, Jose. I had called in and I was mentioning my father passed away 10 years ago. I said that like twice. Jose had made a comment. I would say this, 2 people off of the platform, actually 3 people off of the platform hit me up and showed me the comment that he made. See, me, I'm totally different. He wouldn't have that energy or say that to my face. So I had to disregard it. See, I've been on YouTube, you know what I'm saying, as far as being in chat-wise, over 3 years, 4 years, maybe 5 years top. I had to learn a lot of chats, whether it's serious content, whatever type of content, the chat is a whole different like realm.
Yeah.
People gonna say, I'm totally different. I would never tell King Tony how to react, what to get mad at, what not to get mad at. We all grown. Once again, I mentioned my dead pops. A man made a comment, but like I said, if we were face to face, he wouldn't make that comment. You understand what I'm saying? The chat, you know, a lot of people don't never had no voices in life. Now we got the internet, all this type of stuff. You already know. I'm 46, so I'm from the era we had to socialize. You know what I'm saying? We had to go outside and communicate and play and all that other stuff. Other people are not from that era. They from this era. So all they know is, oh man, I couldn't say anything back then. Now I could say whatever. But I will say there is a balance. Like you said, there is a balance. You know, so I just, like I said, certain things, if it's meaningful, I'm going to pay attention to it. If I know it's not meaningful, that's why I mastered my peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? I had to understand that, you know, peace is a luxury. You know what I'm saying? But that's something that I had to work on by, you know, removing myself from even homies or even family members and stuff like that, and get on my frequency and rock with people that's on my same frequency. Like I put in the chat earlier, and that's the main reason why I call it. Remember yesterday I said my mom's is in the hospital. She's still in the hospital. She's been hospitalized for 2 weeks.
Yes,
bro,
I
wasn't. And someone joked around when I made that comment. That's what I said.
I didn't even see that. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. No, but it's all good. But majority of the people that rock with me, they was, you know, SJ sent me love. She's like, yo, prayers for your moms.
Correct.
It seems like, you know, a few people that know what's going on, they've been like, yo, I'm gonna keep your moms in prayer. Like I said,
prayers to your moms though,
news.
and positive vibes. You know what I mean?
Facts. There's been good news with my mom. She's doing better. She's getting okay, right?
That's great.
So I said, this the main thing that I wanted to say. And I spoke to Keita T about this. I wasn't feeling myself. But once I got on your platform and feeling the love from the chat and the roasting brought my spirits up instead of me being down. So sometimes the jokes, yeah, I understand, you know, and we, like I said, we are considerate. I don't joke on something that I might deem that is serious, but I can't tell the next person to take you serious. You understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
Like,
we good, King. Like, look.
Yeah.
Let's
you
just.
know, but I just want King Tony to know that, like, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing personal, whether it's me or anybody in the chat. Like, we don't even know you on a personal level, and that's what I was taught. If somebody makes a comment or an opinion is just an opinion. It's not a fact. You don't know nobody personally. I can't say if he knows anybody off of the chat or YouTube. I don't know who he meets or whatever. But I just want him to know, like, yo, it's all love, King. Ain't nobody, you know, if whatever was said, I don't know what was said in the chat. I wasn't even paying attention at that particular time. But I want him to know it's all love. We love you, my nigga. We got love for you.
Correct.
However you feel. You know what I'm saying? I hope you feel better. But like I said, yesterday, the chat brought me up, brought my spirit up, and I needed that. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes, like, I get it. Sometimes, like he said, sometimes with the thing with Talib that you have, heavy gems, some people roast in the chat, but sometimes I look at it like, yo, you know, some people need that. We don't know what each other's going through. I don't know what you're stressing about today, M.Reck. You don't know what I got on my mind. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I move the way I move. But I can't speak for the way other people move. When I step in a room, I'm greeting and respecting everybody so I can get that same energy in return. But like I said, I'm from a different era. You know what I'm saying? I don't come in and mess up the energy in the room and throw people off or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But I just want him to know that we all got love for you, brother. You know what I'm saying? That's all I wanted to say. Like I said, I wasn't trying to add on, and I don't want everybody. But like I said, Jose made a comment. This was a long time ago. I never even brought it up. So he made that comment. So that's what I'm saying. We got to be able to, you know, ignore certain things. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, you know, they're not going to play with you in real life. So just keep it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the man made a comment about my dead pops. So I know if he sees me in my face, he's not going to make that comment. You understand? But it is what it is. But bro, like I said, keep doing what you're doing. I don't want to mess up the mood.
Nah,
You
it's
know what I
all
mean?
love. I appreciate you. Know what
I
I mean?
appreciate you too. You
Maybach
already
Mel,
know.
salute.
Salute. Peace.
Salute to everybody, man. King Tony, Maybach Mel. Yeah, Jose is disrespectful like a motherfucker. Like, I'm gonna be honest, we need to do a roast session, but also like exhibition boxing match. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas got some shit on their chest. You know what I mean? Jose, he either gonna have to get knocked out or knock somebody out. Cause he got a lot, he got the whole rec mall mad at him. I ain't gonna front Jose. Oh man. Oh man, salute to China Black. Call me up. This is the breaking new live edition I'm doing. We already covered a lot of different topics. Shouts to everybody copping that episode 1 of Spooky Hours. Close one, man. I appreciate it. Make sure you get yours right now. The link is going to be in the chat room. Here go the link right here. I'm gonna put it on the screen. Get yours now. It's only up there for a limited time for people asking me. Let's get to it. What else I wanted to do? I could turn this show into heavy gems too. Let me see what Talib is doing, and I could send him the link. We could just turn this into a heavy gems, go live for another hour or so. Let Talib do what he do, and we take some calls on that note. So if y'all want this show to turn into heavy gems while we live already, we got 300 something people in here. Put a thumbs up or 100. If y'all ready for that heavy gems, I can call Talib and see if he good, and we can turn this into a heavy gems live. So put the thumbs up, put a 100. You know what I mean? And I'll do that. If I see enough thumbs up and 100, I'll call Talib, send him this link, and we'll just turn this into a heavy gems while we live. I ain't gotta, set up a whole nother live. Turn this right into a heavy gym show. Okay, I see a lot of thumbs up. Might be turned to heavy gems, or you could put the diamonds up. Put the diamonds up, thumbs up, whatever you want to do. Okay. Okay, you want the heavy gems? Okay. Let me get Talib on the phone. Pound that like button. Let's get the likes up then. I'm gonna call him on the phone, see where he at with it. Peace, brother.
Peace. What's good, my friend? How are you?
Everything good, man. You live.
I'm live.
You live, yeah, because I was live. I said, let me call my brother because we possibly could do heavy gems. I don't know what you looking like, but I covered a lot of topics, and the mood kind of changed, you know what I'm saying? So I was trying to give people a whole different vibe to tap into. So I said, let me call Talib because I was supposed to hit you yesterday anyway.
Oh, so what's the word then?
I mean, you let me know how.
Live right now, right?
I'm live now, but I say I could turn this into a heavy gems if you good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so I could send you the link, and then you could tap in. When you could tap in, I could continue talking to the people. But I send you the link, and then when you backstage, I pull you in, and we could just turn this into a heavy gem show.
Okay.
All right. Appreciate you, good brother. I'm sending you the link now.
Gotcha.
So that's Talib. We got the green light. Heavy gems it is. So make sure you hit the like button, share the live, and we're gonna switch the mood up, man. We're gonna it is what it is. You know what I mean? So now let me change up the title and all that. Let me change this title up. Heavy gems. Let me see. We'll be up to episode 11, right? Things they don't want you to know. Okay. You know what? I don't even know. I don't think I could change it on this. I could change it on the actual YouTube video. Let me do that. I can't do it on the StreamYard. The StreamYard is already set, but the YouTube, I believe I can. Yeah. Pound that like button because this is turning in. This live is becoming the Heavy Gems live. All right, is that simple? And we're gonna take some callers too. Who this? Let's do this. Yeah. Okay. Hey.
Oh man, peace, M.Reck, brother. Are we live?
Yeah, we live, good brother. We live.
Oh man, brother. Well, first off, Big Deacon Weasel just left the dentist office to get his veneers looked at. Well, brother, we gotta make sure that yes, sir. Oh, there we go, brother. I'm crispy now. In the words of my brother M.Reck, I'm live and crispy.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And brother, is it the Young Thug case? I want to make sure, brother, you might be having a yoga meeting.
Whoa. He said a yoga meeting. A yoga meeting. Well, we did switch gears, but it's all good because we in a transition. So this is perfect. You calling because I'm sending Talib the link now. We was talking about the Young Thug and Joe Budden going off on Vivica Fox and all that. So I see you called earlier. You know what I'm saying? So I was responding to your call. So you could definitely give your assessment.
Oh man, brother. Well, Vivica Fox, the old hag, she got that little Kim face. So the Deacon.
Hold on, Deacon. Hold on. Say that again. Hold on, Deacon. Say that again because hold on, because you low. You low.
Okay.
Talk directly into the phone, my brother.
Okay. Can you hear the Big Deacon now?
Yes, sir.
Is that better?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Shout out to all the M.Reck supporters. I love you. And thank you, M.Reck, again, for letting the Deacon from old country Florida get on this airplane thing with you, brother. But getting back on Joe Budden, Joe Budden got a bad hairline. So that agitates his spirit, brother. The Deacon, I've been praying for him to grow ahead. Yeah, brother. Joe Budden had that bad hairline since 8th grade. And now, brother, he biracial with a bad hairline.
God
so it looks like he got a birthmark hairline. But, brother, getting back on Vivica, old hag, big, set it off Vivica, that all of them had a crush on her, even you, M.Reck. Boy, she was beautiful back in the night. Oh, brother, the golden years when Total Can't You See, Biggie Smalls, P. Diddy, everything was going good. So she looked good back then, but the Deacon got to come up with her now. This brother, she bitter now. She done missed her time, brother. She done hit the menopause. She hit the wall, and now she's mad at everything and try to fight and argue. And this what you look like, ladies, when you try to play this game and keep the goodies, and now you're mad and ugly. And with that bald head and that Picasso 6'9" wig on your head, that khaki lacy wig. So, brother, yes, sir, brother. And you say, and Joe Biden, they done got to arguing on the podcast. Oh, Lord, brother. And that's another thing. Brother, this is why we got to cut the sucker stuff out. Them two got too much good middle class money to be arguing and fussing. And I'm going to tell you too, M.Reck, the Deacon want to say something. Boy, thank you for the number. Because, brother, they love to hear us talk that talk. And, brother, getting back on Vivica, her and Joe Biden, or Budden, whatever his name is, and what the hell is Kamala. They need, yes, sir. If both of them made a baby, the baby will come out looking like Kamala. So again, M.Reck, they just ain't got nothing else to do. Those are middle class people arguments. Why you not arguing about the inflation? Why you not arguing about us not having Christmas?
Got you.
You arguing about Young Thug case. And brother, that's the problem with a lot of our folks. They try to distract us and keep us our head in the clouds. and with the nonsense. But the deacon is here to tell you, man, M.Reck, I'm telling you, right now, brother, if you look around our cities and towns, you got a man said, I ain't gonna lie to you, bump it. I work for a Benz and a sack of weed. Brother, people holding them signs up. They just trying to find a way, and it's getting very ugly and scary out here. I can tell you, brother. And the deacon out here walking around, driving and looking, brother. So again, Vivica Fox, you need to sit your old tail down. Joe Biden, you go get you some hair plugs like Tory Lane. Tory Lane, that's, I know he had coat now, but you need to go holler at him to get some hair plugs.
No doubt.
Let's change the game.
All right, Diggin. Appreciate you calling in, man. Always entertaining, my brother.
And brother M.Reck, before the deacon leave out, brother, you know the deacon got to leave M.Reck with a good prayer. That's through real quick.
Okay, let's get it.
Yes, sir. Dear God, we thank you so much. God, I pray that Joe Biden make one song besides Pump It Up, God. God, the Negro one-hit wonder. I pray for Vivica Fox. We hadn't seen her since Set It Off, God. God, even though she got delicious boobies, God, I ask that you get her a dude. They need to be together because both of them one-hit wonders, God, and both of them pretty cold. And we love you, and we thank you, and shout out to M.Reck and all the M.Reck supporters. Peace and the Deacon House.
All right, peace, Deacon Weezo. Salute. Momo is going crazy. Hold on, mute your audio. Mute your audio.
Okay, I
What's up?
muted.
What's
I
up?
did.
What's going on? Talk to me. It must be some breaking news. You calling crazy.
It's getting spooky.
Talk to me, Momo. What's happening?
Okay, so Vivica Fox. Like, anyways, Vivica, like a lot of us seen you up there dancing with Joe Biden. Vote blue no matter who. So them tied wigs selling. You ain't even talking about how Africa about to get $55 billion in reparation, okay? Governor Gavin Newsom in California is talking about giving out reparations. See, this is what we need to be talking about. See, ain't none of these little zesty celebrities, ain't nobody talking about this. Nobody is talking about this, you know? And Joe Budden, I thought he said he was zesty. He was putting his mic down. Like, the zest is real, you know. Vivica Fox.
The zest is real. You said the zest is real. Oh man, you on one.
The zestiness is real. M.Reck, like Vivica, real. Like, what have you done? What have you done besides try to twerk for Joe Biden, the fake president that's in office?
Oh,
Joe. Like, what have you done?
Hold on, Momo.
The whole industry done rolled you, and now you wet. 50 Cent done put you down. You was paying another dude his birthday party, his exercise machine. You was trying to pay these. You're a paymaster. That's what she is. She's a certified paymaster, and she need to sit it on down. Niecy from Out All Night. Y'all remember?
Wow, Momo, you on
Vivica
one today.
Vivica could have been a pivotal, like not even pivotal, but she could have, like, it's so much that she could have contributed to our society, and she did nothing but lay on her back and just, you know, just twerk for vote blue no matter who. That's all she did. I could not believe she was up there twerking that wig for Joe Biden.
Damn. On that note, Momo, I appreciate you calling. About to start this heavy gym show with Talib. That was a entertaining assessment, nevertheless. Wow, you was on one today.
Congratulations on the numbers, M.Reck.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate all the support. Everybody, give yourselves a round of applause. We did it. We got a TV show, episode 1, and the people are supporting. And it's looking good out there. Yes. It's a beautiful thing.
The people that you had in the movie, everyone did a beautiful job. Brianna came through.
Shouts to Brianna.
Wow,
Woo!
Brianna came through. So yes,
Okay.
But Vivica, girl, your time is up. Joe Budden, your time been up. Like, we ain't doing no more Pump It Up no more.
Wow. On that note, On that note, Momo, listen, I appreciate you supporting, and that was entertaining commentary, nevertheless. So you enjoy your day. We're gonna start this show, and love is love. All right.
Thank you. Happy
All
New
right.
Year to
You're
everybody.
welcome.
Bye.
Happy New Year's. Happy holidays. Let's get it. My brother Talib is in the back. He's in the, he's at the backstage. And we about to get it going. Heavy Gems. We switching gears. Pound that like button. Let's get the likes up, y'all. Let's get the likes up. Heavy Gems. This is where they start at. And it is what it is. Hold on. I'm gonna let Talib do what he do. Let me set the tone with this Heavy Gems. Boom. Okay. And let me take this off the screen. Boom. Now we in the Heavy Gems show. Let me change the thumbnail on the YouTube so people can know we officially Heavy Gems. What's going on? Why did it do that? Ah, man, why did it do that? All right, let me do this. I gotta open it up this way. All right, I'm gonna split this content up once this live is over. I split it up, but for the most part, we're gonna keep it going. All right, so salute Rec Mob. We switching gears to Heavy Gems. As you can see, the backdrop has now changed. It is officially the Heavy Gems show starting at 5:20 p.m. So if you come across this live and you see the live switch gears, this is what it is. We need the likes to get up. We're gonna have people call up to speak to Talib in a little bit. Y'all know the number scrolling across the screen. And also, we appreciate y'all. So I'm gonna bring Talib in right now. Talib, you there?
Peace and blessings, brother. I'm here.
Peace and blessings, good brother. Talk to me, man. Are you on the earpiece or you on speaker? You sound a little different.
I'm on speaker. Let me see if I can fix that.
So y'all got 3 shows today. Y'all got a lot of different shows today. I'm working, man, and I'm doing everything, all in one sequence, opposed to gotta stop the live and build it back up. You know what? It is what it is. Make sure y'all pound the like button, and let's get to it, y'all.
Is that better?
Say something.
Is that a little bit better? Tested 1, 2.
Okay, now it's kind of glitching out, but it's better. I don't know why is it, but you're good. So you know what? I'm gonna let Talib have the floor, and y'all do what y'all do, cause I'm here. All right, y'all listening and lock in. Talib, you got it.
Awesome. Okay, well, you know what? I'll just go ahead and do a quick Sedona release real quick. I love to start with that because, it works. So,
yes, sir.
In this moment, if you could just be what you are and notice what is. And the reason we like to start that way, because a lot of the stuff that really is bothering us or the issues that we're facing are things or stories we believe that are out of our control. So when you allow yourself to be what you are, and just stop for a moment. And to be what you are means to just stop. Allow whatever thoughts to be there, whatever's going on inside, observe it. So just be what you are and be what you are. And allow yourself to focus in on some area of your life where you feel that the light of your internal consciousness is not shining. It may be relationships, it may be financial, it may be with the state of the world. Allow yourself to focus on that area. And allow whatever sights, sounds, and sensations and feelings that arrive with it
could you just let it be here the best you can? Could you welcome it? Could you just allow it? And could you check and see if there's any wanting to change that thing, to make it different, to push it away from you or pull it closer? And if there is, could you just welcome that as well? Let it be here as best you can. And then check and see if it feels personal, like it's about you. And if so, can you just welcome that too? Let it be here. Now dig a little deeper and see if it's coming from a place of wanting approval, control, security, separation, or oneness. It may be all five, or it may just be one or two, but whichever one it is, could you allow that to be here as well, the best you can? And in this moment, the best you can, could you just let it go? Let it dissolve, just let it unravel. Would you win? And could you also welcome that eternal light of consciousness, the awareness that is you, that's always right beneath the surface? Can you let that in and fill the place with light inside of you? And we'll do it one more time. Allow yourself to focus on the area where you don't feel there's much light or anything that may come up. And could you just allow it? Could you welcome it? Let it be here as best you can. And could you let it go? The best you can, let it unravel. Would you let it go? When? And could you let that light of awareness, pure abundance, could you just let it fill the place? Let it fill you. That light, that is awareness. It's always there with you. And a lot of times our stories do not allow us to see the answers that are already there for us. And when we allow ourselves to let those things in and let them dissolve in the light of our consciousness, then we gain clarity. So the best you can, could you just let it go? Would you let it go? When? And now I'm going to take you down a very big journey. This is new. I'm going to enjoy this with you. I wish for everybody to, who, if you're not driving or you're not operating heavy machinery, should you participate in this? We're going to see the power of the mind. I want everybody to close their eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath. Now visualize a hallway. And in that hallway, there are doors. And on those doors are the state of your life. You see, walking down the hallway, you see relationships. You see a door that says finances. Find the door that says current, present, or present finances. Open that door and walk through that door into the new hallway. There's another hallway you walk into. Now, allow yourself, without thinking about it, just visualize your current financial situation. Allow that to be there. It's all in that room that's located and says present financial situation. Now, what you're going to do is come back out of that room and go back in the other hallway. You're going to walk down the hallway and you're going to look for the door that says desired financial outcome. When you find and locate that door, you walk through that door and allow whatever it is in there to show itself and reveal itself to you. Now, I want you to walk out of that room, back out, and on that door, where it says desired financial outcome, I want you to write on that door, erase that and write current financial outcome. Now go back down the hallway to the previous door that says your current finances. You erase it and write old version. Now back out and walk through the hallway and exit out the door you went through. Take a deep breath. Breathe out. And we are done. Woo, that was, you there, Rex?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
That's the magic door technique. It was created by a gentleman named All Mind.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Woo, okay, so where are we at now?
Okay, pound that like button. Let's get the lights up.
Talib sounds like those YouTube manifestation videos. The interesting thing is they're becoming more and more popular because there's certain things that those individuals are doing that are working. And if we don't get on it now, okay, it's going to be manipulated and used, and no one's going to be able to properly use these manifestation techniques because they'll be so diluted with all these people who have obscure agendas. So it's really good that now we get on it now. Bernard Beasy asked, did he say the magic door? Yes, it's called the magic door technique. It's by a gentleman named All Mind. You can also go on YouTube or go on Google and look it up. They have plenty of people that use this practice, and it's a very powerful practice because it's using the mind the way it was intended to use our imagination the way it was intended to, and everything is energy and everything is frequency. So those equations work both ways. Just as certain things make you feel good, you can use feeling good to bring you certain things. They work both ways.
Yes, sir. Talib, man, salute. This is what I want to do. If you got questions for Talib, right, we're going to take calls, but let's do the chat room first, because sometimes some people get so long-winded, or, you know, right now, for some reason, Talib can't hear the callers or whatever, and vice versa. Leave your questions in the chat room, and I'm going to highlight it on the screen. I'm going to let Talib respond to your questions and let him answer it that way. I think that would be more productive to do it that way. Shouts to Kenny B, said this show was a blessing. Appreciate you. Nah, this is live. This is live, Jewels. Is this live or playback? Nah, this is live. Pound that like button. This is live. So what we gonna do is, any questions for Talib, put it in the chat room right now, and Talib is gonna respond to your questions verbally, and we're gonna do the show like that. Then we'll take calls down the line. All right, so let's start now with the questions. All right, and you know, I want to salute Talib for locking in with us. You know what I mean? I didn't know what this brother was doing, and as you can see, he came right through right away on the show. So let me see. Oh, Talib, you want to add?
I noticed that you had an issue too with the other brother. I was watching the show you had a little while ago with the other brother that was on there. I forget his name, but it seemed like he had a similar issue where the people couldn't hear him, like he couldn't talk to them.
Yeah, it happens with a few people. It be like that. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. But some people they can hear me or other callers. I don't know. It's weird like that sometimes. You know. So, you know what? Let's do this. You know what I saw? Hold on. Let's address this. Anything in the public you want to address? Because remember, last week we addressed the whole, you know,
Oh, well, I'll let you know that there are 7,000 more people dying every day than usual.
Let's address that.
That there's an epidemic in this country right now of people just dropping dead and no one's talking about it. That more people have died from unknown mysterious illnesses than all the people who died during COVID.
Wow.
So there's definitely something there with that, you know, and a lot of this stuff is just, you know, I always say that everything they do is a distraction. It's a tactic in order to take our minds and tune us to a frequency that serves them. You know, so when I talk about these things, it's just so we can do something, and I'll give you a solution. A lot of this stuff is vague and vapid with no solutions, but there's always a solution, and the solution is always going to start within you. It's always going to be within you. So yeah, there's a lot more deaths. There's a polar vortex. I've been warning. I don't know if I told you this like last week. There's actually weather from Siberia headed your way. So I would tell you right now, this is going to be a very cold weekend for you.
Oh, damn.
And when I tell you it's a polar vortex, you have to understand, we're talking negative 50 degrees, negative 35 degrees.
Say word.
On everything.
And
the reason they're not telling nobody is because what you think is going to happen to power grids.
Hold on, Talib. Let's do this because I don't know. Step out and step back in because the phone is glitching. I don't know why.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that right now.
Okay. We got to address this. You said it's about to be a polar vortex. Now we got to address this. Pound that like button, y'all. Let's get the likes up. This is Heavy Gems. We switch gears from the breaking news. This is breaking news on another tip. This is not breaking news on a celebrity tip. This is breaking news, breaking world news. Peace, brother.
Peace. Is that better?
Yeah, I don't know. It's still glitching, but you know, we're going to work with it.
Let me see what else I can try to do. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure I got good bars.
Okay. We're going to work with it though. But elaborate on what you was just saying about the weather.
Oh, the weather's about to flip the country. See, here's the fun. Okay. I don't know. Some of y'all need to look into this. Right? Okay. Y'all have no idea of this, but you probably heard something about it in North Carolina. There's been simultaneous attacks on the power grids across the country. Yes. They know that there's more attacks coming, and they're not doing anything about it. So if you look at anybody that's in here and want to jump online, go look at Maine, right there, you upstate. You'll see there's over 64,000 people without power. Look at the West, what's going on right now. That polar vortex is coming in, and it is you have to understand it literally consumes all the heat. It's dropping, and I'm pretty sure they're saying that in New York it's going to jump up to maybe like 60 degrees on Friday, and then all of a sudden it's supposed to freeze. So I would tell everybody, like, be prepared. Be prepared. Get you some food, get whatever you want to get, because when that thing hits, it's going to knock out power, because our grids they're not designed to withstand weathering. Not that level of weathering. And this is why every year we have throughout Texas, if you look at Texas, the Midwest, whenever they have all these severe storms during that time, they always are the ones that end up without power. Remember a couple years back, Texas had that deep freeze. What did it do? It cut all the power for the people out there. You have people up on Facebook and Instagram begging people for help. So stack up on water, because that's going to be a problem. Get you some water. right? Get your food together. And if you can, get you a generator, a small one, something that you know can run a little floor heater or something. Because even in Florida, it's going to drop down to like 20 degrees. In Florida, it's already moving across America right now. And the thing is, it keeps changing and shifting, which shows you that this is all after they've used that HARP and shot microwaves at the moon and bounced ionic energy back down to the earth and affected the Coriolis. And now we're here. So I would suggest that just do a little research on the weather. Don't wait for every day for them to tell you that the weather's going to be this today, because if you go and research, you'll see that there are satellites and things that are at your disposal that allow you to monitor and track the weather before the news tells you it. So there's three major things they got going on right now. One is, because what they did with that stuff and what they gave people are getting very sick. They've been getting sick, but now because of the way it's set up, they can't blame it off on that. Okay, so now there's a surge of what they're calling Streptococcus A. Okay, this is all a setup. So my suggestion to everyone is to go within, to get the basic little things that you're going to need, right? And then go within yourself. Go within yourself. Take this time. If you end up they shut the city down, meditate. Go within. Go within. The answers are there. Every time they pull you out of the world, that's for a very good reason. It's a good reason. It serves you. It serves you. It gives you a chance to disconnect from the system. I told you a while back that you have a straw man. I told you a while back that you live under Admiralty maritime law. Realize that all of your legal terms, all of your business terms are words of water, words from the sea. Did you know when you walk through a court, the doors in front of the court you walk into, that's called a floodgate? Why you think they call it a floodgate? Because the moment you walk through those doors, you're on the law of the sea. You're no longer on the law of the land. The law of the land is sovereignty. So there's a big hoax coming, and it's real big. It's very big. It's very big. And all I want to say is, I don't want to put out a bunch of, speculations on what they're going to exactly do. I told you that Kanye was going to try to run for president. And sure enough, the man is trying to run for president. If you just step outside of these scenarios emotionally, disconnect yourself and the role you think you play in any of this, then clarity will be given to you. Right? So I would suggest that one is understand what they're up to. Right? They're up to doom and gloom right now. They need everybody on the tip of doom and gloom, because they know that the world is being created and pushed out through your imaginal acts. So the more you can imagine the terrible scenario, and the more you can imagine them winning and doing all this horrible stuff, the more probable it becomes, the more you shift into that sector of reality that they want you to be in. Because the whole thing is a scam. And if anybody doesn't understand that, we don't need to go into conspiracy theories. We don't need to go into the Jesuits or any of that other cabal or any of that. Just go look at the fact that you live under Admiral maritime law. Just go look at that. That's where you need to start. Not with, all this other crazy madness. Start with that which affects you the most. And that's the laws that's governing you. The fact that you are representing a dead entity. Your name is a legal fiction. So before you go looking at what the Illuminati's doing or the Rockefellers or whatever other rabbit hole that does not directly affect you, Admiral Maritime Law directly affects you. And the more of us that can understand this and learn this, then we can gain sovereignty. That is the law of the land. And that's what I wanted to share on that.
Got you. So, y'all got any questions for Talib? Leave it in the chat room so he can answer that. That was definitely some vital information. I appreciate you on that. Yeah.
Just look into it, though. Anybody who doesn't believe, just go look into Admiralty Maritime Law. Somebody in the chat said your name is a straw man. That's right. A straw man is a dead entity. Just that's what a corporation is. It's right there in the word. One half of the word means corpse, the other half of the word means speak. So it's dead speak, dead speech. That's exactly what it translates to. Yeah, I'm here, brother.
Yeah, I'm here, my brother. Hold on one second. Yeah, hold on. Let me see what they talking in the chat room.
I said more than half of the stocks, major stocks, are down this year by 50% plus. Yes, and they're not even telling you about the other like 25, 30 businesses that have went under. Right? They're closing stores all around you.
Facts.
So get ready for the robots, everyone. You want to know what's coming in 2023? The first rollout of robots in the workforce.
Oh, somebody asked, what's that law again?
Admiralty Maritime Law. Someone wrote it in the thing.
Elaborate on that real quick for people that just now coming in the room.
Admiralty Maritime Law is the law of the sea. It's the law of trade and commerce. You don't live on the sea, you live on the land. Admiralty Maritime Law is British law. So you still being ran by, remember they supposedly did all this to get away from them, but yet they're still being ran by their very system. Admiralty Maritime Law. It makes you a product. You see? What does a ship is a vessel, like your mother when your mother was carrying you, okay? When she delivered you, that's called giving birth. Do you know that's the same thing? And remember, birth of someone said it right here. I don't know whoever this the JD Nasty. I don't want to mispronounce they tag, but they hitting it right on the head. See, because birth did come from BERTH. You see what I'm saying? It had to do with water. It had nothing to do with bringing life into this world. It had nothing to do with that. All the language is right there in your face. All the language has been turned around on you so they could be doing this to you and you wouldn't even realize it. So this is for everyone who thinks that your country is being governed by the Constitution. It's not. It's being governed by courts. There's another. Go look into the word court. All of these words are water words. All of them. Talib, do you believe Foundation Black Americans will receive cash benefits? We have a track record of never receiving any kind of cash benefits. And remember what's going on in California. That guy wants to run for president come 2023. Now, if anybody did any more research into that, they're not giving that money out now. They have until July 1st of 2023 to make a decision on how it will be distributed. Did anybody look that up? Because I went and looked it up. Ain't nobody getting that money right now. That just makes California look really good, doesn't it? Because this is coming on. They need the black vote. They need your vote. Ain't nobody in this country going nowhere without our vote. And everybody knows that. That's a scam. You see what I'm saying? Because now they want to sit and say, well, we don't really know how we're going to do it. Will it be people who are residents California, or would there was something about going and making sure they had to do this African ancestry? But none of that is written to say this is what it is. Nope. None of that has to be dealt with until July 2023. July 1st of 2023. Look it up. Just right around election time. Right around that time where they're going to be going extra hard to get somebody in that to fill that seat, when we already know that that person has been chosen. Every president except for Trump was related as a cousin. Everyone. So how did anybody go up? Who's winning anything? If all these people are related, who's actually getting up there winning? They're not winning. They're just stepping into a role that's already been prepared for them. So this whole reparation thing is going to start a big fight. And they know it. And it'll create just enough confusion to where Mr. Newsom will be considered to be a worthy candidate who understands and believes in black people and wants to make a better change for America. Right? Somebody said in Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln never wanted to free the slaves. I can tell you right now, he never wanted to free the slaves. He documented that. He spoke that. He wrote that. That's a fact. So, no, I don't really believe that this is to make things right with black people. I don't think that. Because if it was, it wouldn't be coming from California. It'd be coming from the United States government. Someone said they put robots in Ukraine. Oh, it's on. Robots is patrolling the streets of China right now. And they're starting to roll them out here in Las Vegas. I told you, 2023 is the year of the robot. So you've heard a lot about robots, but you haven't seen robots. Where are they? Yeah. Notice everybody got some place where they live in right now, where they're noticing, why are they building all these warehouses? Why are they closing all these Walmarts but not doing nothing with the property? How does that make sense? Because they prepare. Because you don't understand who you up against. They're not regular. These are people that believe in things called critical think tanks. These are people that make plans 50 years out. 50 years out, they make their plans. So this has been a rollout. This has been, someone said they got them out in San Francisco. San Francisco's been the model over here for everything. Oh, I have to share this because I've never seen this before. But you had someone walk into the grocery store. I was in a grocery store a couple days ago, and I'm at the little automated checkout. And the lady next, like in front of me, has this cart full of stuff. It's like to the brim. She takes one thing, scans it, puts it in her thing, and she just rolls out of the store. She just rolled out of the store. I'm like, what? So I asked the employee, hey, what the heck was that about? And they told me, we can't stop anybody. If we stop them, we'll be fired and we could be fined. People can walk out of this store with up to $900 of products and we can't say anything to them. So how's that for smart? You know, how's that for where are we right now? You really believe? Like, come on, look at what they're doing. They're letting people walk out. And this is not only in the grocery store. I just happen to witness it. See, I don't really speak on too many things that I don't personally experience. That's the game. If they could get you to buy into and emotionally resonate with something you ain't never really experienced in your own personal life, then they can get you to draw it into reality. But they're doing it all over. Someone said Boston Dynamics. Yes. Boston Dynamics is the leader or one of the leaders in robotics here. And they're the first ones that have the armed, they're like dogs, but they have like these guns. They shoot on the dog, off the dog's back. You know? So that's definitely on its way and it's here. But this is the massive game that is afoot right now. Now, that's what I wanted to share on that. I was noticing people were commenting, so I was just trying to answer people in the comments, you know. I do miss talking to people because my whole thing is when I get to talk to you, then we can exchange our energy and then we can get the answers that we are looking for in our moment.
Well,
And
look, we could do it this way. You can actually call me now, and because I do got call waiting. So anybody that call up, I can actually pull them in. I just would have to probably call you back, you know, that type of, you know what I mean? That's the only thing with that. You know?
Yeah. So, you know, people want to call in. I'm ready to talk to people, you know.
All right, so let me get the number.
The truth of the matter is, everybody who wants to say something is from their perspective and it's from their viewpoint of the world. And when you give a blanket viewpoint, it doesn't really help people all the time. Sometimes it does more damage than it does helping, you know, because the truth is nobody really cares about what they're doing. What you really care about is how can you be happy? What you really care about is how can you make your life and the ones you love and the world around you a better place? That's what you really care about.
Yo.
Hold on 1 second, good brother. We got to call a peace.
What's up?
What's going on?
Chilling.
All right, you got a question for Talib?
Hear me, M.Reck?
Yeah, I hear static now.
Okay, shoot, man, these damn headphones. How about now? How's it sound?
Sound decent, man. You got
Staticky?
Nah, you good. You got a question for Talib?
Yeah, I put it like this, man. I'd like to make a comment if that's okay.
Okay.
My thing is this: when it comes to us, we notice a lot of people doing, you know, practicing their rights on technology and so forth. I personally think that technology is a part of evolution. Now, my thing is, I think we as brothers, we have to get out the mindset of saying, okay, the bots, they're doing this, they're doing that. Okay, so we got to use our brains to get that information and build robots too, and stuff beyond robots. So it's like we got to think to evolve, to get ahead. This is part of evolution. This is part of evolution. We got to use robots are tools. You know, different primates on this planet, they use twigs and sticks to, you know, scoop out termites. These are crows are very intelligent. This is all life on this planet. As human beings and as Black men, we have to think on that level to evolve. We have to build tools. Robots are nothing but tools. Computers are nothing but tools. We have to think. We have to innovate like we were doing in the past in the 20s, 30s, and 40s and 50s, being inventive. We have to invent to make life more efficient. For instance, you know, we're born with 2 legs and 2 arms to get from one destination to the next. Okay, man figured it out and said, hey, let's build an automobile. Now we can travel faster. These are tools. This is innovation to proceed forward in life. Evolution. We got to think evolution every day. When you go to sleep, think evolution. When you wake up in the morning, think evolution. Have that bright idea. Be the next
James Gate.
Next creator.
James Gate.
That is great. Think. We gotta get off that where we're just, stuck. You can't grow if we don't. You can't grow if you're not thinking. We have to think. We don't want to be on the sideline saying, "Oh my God, the world's going to end." Well, it may end to the people who are not able to keep up. That happens on this planet. There's certain species on this planet that didn't survive, that got extinct. Why? Because they weren't able to adapt to the environment. We have to adapt, propel our minds forward so we can survive. It's called problem solving. If there's a problem with these robots or whatever, then how do we solve that? Mathematically, you have to go in and say, okay, well then we got to build some robots too.
Okay, brother.
Allow me to, can I just answer this gentleman, because I think he said was very profound. I agree with a great deal of what he's saying.
Hold on, I don't think he can hear you. Can you hear Talib?
I can't hear him.
Okay, all right. He's gonna respond to you right now, but just listen to him in the chat, all right? Because for some reason y'all can't hear each other, all right?
You want me to stay on the line? May I stay on the line?
Sure, he can if you like to, and to respond to what I'm about to tell him.
Nah, he's not gonna be able to hear you, so it's gonna be
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So if you can, just listen to him from the chat. Yeah, if you can.
Okay, cool.
All right, peace.
Yeah,
my brother.
I felt what he said to be very profound. This is why I always start with, hey, I always tell you this too, Reck, I don't really like to go down this road to speak on it too far, because that's not what I believe. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I will talk about it to expose what we're doing or what is being done, but I don't like to go too far down that road.
Got you.
What he said about...
Well, let me tell this person, we're going to hit them back because I want you to address that, or they're going to have to wait. Peace, caller. Peace.
Yes, I was wondering about something. Can I ask you something, M.Reck and your friend right there? I mean, this may sound crazy, but I've always thought about that machine CERN. And one more thing. You know how Malcolm X, Dr. King, and all of them were proved to be killed by the FBI, right? Well, I was watching a podcast that they have to go with what we're talking about right now. Long story short, they were saying that the guys over wherever CERN's at have been making deals with certain people that are not, how can we say, from this world? And two guys that went to Iraq who were probably the Gilgamesh tomb finder, said that according to legend, there was a fragment found in that tomb that started the Iraqi war. It's supposed to be a false black ops war, meaning that the guys sent over there were supposed to find nuclear weapons, but instead the weapon they found was that fragment to CERN's machine. And then all of a sudden, after that was posted online, it went down. They shut it down.
All right, look, we're going to address everything you said, but let him address the caller that called before you, all right? And we'll probably call you back anyway, all right? Thanks. All right, Talib, I don't want you losing your train of thought.
Hey, my mind is a steel trap. I always say that to myself, and I truly do know it's so. So as I was saying with the gentleman, though, about the robots, right? I agree with him. I'd like him. He should know that there was an Afro Tech convention that just came up that my other brother attended, because my brother's a computer programmer, and he also writes and builds websites. So there are a lot of us doing that. And I hear a lot of things about us, but a lot of it is stereotyped, and a lot of it is a very niche group that they are speaking of. You know what I'm saying? They say we don't read, we're not smart, we don't do this, we don't do that. But I just say this: I dare any one of you to go look in the U.S. Patents Office and see how many black patents there are. It'll blow your mind. It'll blow your mind. That's one. Two, I agree with him wholeheartedly about, the problem solving, although I have come to learn from my own experience, you have a choice in this world. You don't have to have problems. You choose to see things as a problem. And this was what I really wanted to address him about. See, it's very easy for us to make our point when we speak on a collective, right? All black people, we people, we the people, we. But you're failing to realize one thing. It's not about the people. It's about you. Everything in your world is about you. All the things you see and experience in your world are coming from your own inner either harmony or conflict. Everything. So unless we individually take these responsibilities, right? And as he said, doing more thinking, we need to think more. I'd say our problem is we think too much. We think so much, we overthink things, and that's why things usually don't get done. We're not aligned with the things we want to do. You must emotionally resonate with that which you want to do as well. And there was a time in human consciousness where this was and another thing I'd like to mention to him before I go there is about evolution, and that's Darwinism. No, you really honestly can't prove evolution. It hasn't been proven. You haven't seen a species since man that has evolved. We're just being told that it did evolve from this thing which we found bones of. See, this is what I was telling you about science on the last show. I love science. And I also know there's always two schools of thoughts in science. There is the funded and the unfunded. And most people make their arguments from the studies that were funded, while they're saying that they don't trust the government. Well, I hate to be the one to tell you this. That's who's funding the science you agree with. Several shows ago, we had a brother on here. His wife called in, but he was there. He was an engineer, and him and his wife had built their own sustainable engine for energy. And I explained to them how they did it. And that's what blew their mind, because magnets, more than 5, creating a circle, create something called a toroidal field. Toroidal field is energy that appears in the middle of the magnet from the two ends. A toroidal field is cold fusion. It's energy that's made out of nothing and doesn't overheat, which means it's not going through entropy. But you use gas. They're telling you solar panels is the next big thing. But we have energy that's really literally pulled from the universe that's endless, but they won't even tell you that exists. And there are black people that have already made the engine. Right. So for that gentleman, I want to say his thoughts were very profound. I appreciate what he had to say. I also would ask him to just do a little more research into evolution. Do a little more research that you didn't evolve. You were capped at some point about 200,000 years ago. There were things added or capped in your DNA that didn't exist there before. And that's not evolution. That's called tampering. You didn't evolve. If you did, then they wouldn't be looking for the missing link. Do you understand? You are not Homo sapien. You are Homo sapiens sapien. You have something called a neocortex. That's a part of the brain that's very new within the last, they say, a couple 100,000 years, baby. You literally have 3 brains. This is not evolution. We went from using the same tools about 2.5 million years ago, supposedly, to about 200,000 years ago. All of a sudden, coming out of the cave, making paintings and creating tools and having art and burying our dead. So no, it's not accurate. It's not accurate. It is a very tailored, guided story that is created to put us in a position of thinking. Once again, thinking. Because if you're thinking, you're always looking at the past or you're looking at the future. How can you be thinking in your now? And that's the game. Keep you in this constant go state, right? Of something you need to do, be, or have in order to be whole and complete. But Allah asks you to ponder this. Maybe you already are whole and complete. Maybe whatever scenario or situation you find yourself in life, it's already whole, complete. It has everything there to offer you already. We have to lose the stories. Because everything he said about us, I can give an anecdotal example of how that can happen for an individual. And remember this, if it's an imaginative act, meaning you're thinking of it, why would you use your imagination to work against you? Why would you imagine anything in your own head that you're 100% complete control of your imaginative act? Why would you ever use it to work against you? Why would you ever imagine yourself losing or imagine terrible things happening to you? Why would you imagine that? How does that serve you? We have to learn to allow our language and our thoughts to serve us. They are your servant. And for the other gentleman, the other guy who was saying CERN and the peace, yes, if you go back and look at the Afghan war when they went over there, I don't know how many people was actually, I had friends that went there. I had friends. I come from a military family and they wouldn't let me go. I have friends that went there and came back messed up. Messed up. Right? Yes, they was over there. They raided all of their sacred temples. Don't you understand? That's how they got the statue of Baal. That's how they got the gateway, the archway of Baal. They went over there, they blew that up and they took it. They raided all of the libraries. They stole everything out of the museums. And it was all under the cover of a war to go get nuclear materials and to stop Saddam Hussein. But if you ever remember him watching his trial, first of all, that guy has 6 lookalikes. Count them, 6.
Hold on one second, good brother. Peace.
Hey, what's up? What's going on, bro?
What's going on?
I just like to make a quick comment.
Okay.
I just want to make a quick comment about the brother. I agree with him. What I meant by evolution is not the actual Darwin's theory, quote unquote. I don't necessarily agree with the Darwin's theory that man came specifically from the ape. When I say evolution, I mean everything, meaning spiritually, physically, quote unquote, come from one source. We come from that one source or source, and we choose to go in any direction. Some groups of species traveled in the same direction, but then eventually split off. And, when it comes to nature, I read nature. All we have to do is look at nature and you see the word of evolution. For instance, I've discovered this on my own. When I go hiking, I look at the trees. That's a blueprint of how evolution goes. Starts at the roots, things go up the stem of the tree, and then things branch off.
It's still the tree, though.
Hello?
It's still the tree. There's no evolution there to be had. See, what it really is, it's just understand that what it really is experience.
Darwin's theory, I won't say that we necessarily evolved from apes, but human beings and the ape family we're like.
No, listen to me. Hear me, brother. This is a story. You can't tell me, you can't show me where human beings come from.
Hold on.
You can't show me anything beyond what is existing now and what you are interpreting. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear him?
Understand?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Okay. You understand? There is awareness. There's only awareness. And whatever is happening is only that which is apparently happening.
Human beings.
I don't think he can. Hold on, caller. Hold on, caller. I don't think Talib can hear you. He's trying to respond.
I can hear him, but he can't hear me because I'm trying to respond to him.
Yeah, he can't hear you.
I don't think.
So yeah, he's going to respond.
I'll just say this I'll just say this real quick. When I say we made the the choice to do what we do, not just human beings. Human beings are not the only species that have free will. Every I know we didn't come from apes, but apes, human beings, squirrels, amoeba, mushrooms.
No. You don't have free will, sir. You don't have. Let me say something.
Every living species come from the same source.
The same source. Do you understand? That source is you. You are not evolving. You are experiencing.
Hold on, Talib. Hold on.
Have free will.
All right, caller. So he's going to respond to you.
We all have free will. We all have free will. Every species.
Got you. So Talib is going to respond to you. All right. He can't hear you, so he's going to have to address you, and you're going to have to listen to him from the chat room. All right, my brother.
And I agree with you, Talib. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to you, M.Reck, for your 200,000+ subscribers. Keep doing your thing. And I'll call back again.
All right, not a problem. Salute. Yeah, Talib, you want to respond?
Oh, I just want to. Okay, I understand where he's coming from, but this concept of free will, we have to really begin to understand. There is no such thing as free will. See, what you're thinking, because you're calling it evolution, you see here, we go here, we go here. No, everything's already done. Everything. It's called supersymmetry. Every thought you have, everything you say you're creating or manifesting, all you're doing is bringing your awareness to it. It already exists. That light, that consciousness of all that is all things and all that is, already put everything in position, all things, all possibilities. All possibilities exist now. Why don't you experience them now? Because you only experience that which you're aware of, that which you bring your awareness to. And what is your awareness? Your awareness is your emotional state of belief. That is your awareness. And whatever you bring that to, that's what you will experience, right? There is no evolution. See, I'm just talking about you, individual, not our story. We've collectively, human beings, and we all have this free will. Nothing, first of all, every word I'm saying was already thought of 2 minutes ago in my mind. Every move, you live in the past. You literally live 8 minutes in the past. Nothing you're experiencing is new. You don't know how many times you have done this. And this is why I ask for you to step back and just be what you are. Right? And someone said emotional state has nothing to do, but it does, because your emotions is what your subconscious understands, because it doesn't understand language. But that's psychology. That's neurology. Your physical states are determined by your emotional states. They work hand in hand. This is scientific. Neurology has already written numerous papers on this. I'm not speaking about some conspiracy theory or some scientist who nobody's ever heard of, or some guy on YouTube who has all this information out of nowhere. No, I'm talking about neuroscience that is documented fact. They understand that. They're using it. They're using it. They're using it. There's not a billionaire on this planet or a millionaire who is not using the power of the mind. This is the facts. We don't want to hear it because we've been trained that there's something we physically have to do. We have to run around and exert this physical energy and will to make the world what it is because we think the world is happening in front of us. But the world's not happening in front of you. The world is coming from you. You are pushing reality out. This is a scientific fact.
So
you are pushing reality out from your own mind. That's why no two people will see the world the same.
Talib, not to cut your wisdom, we got another caller. Hold on 1 second.
I'm sorry, I just want to say that because I appreciate what the brother had to say. And I thought it's something groundbreaking.
What's going on, baby? How you doing today?
Nah, everything good, brother. I'm good, my brother. Pound that like button, y'all. Let's get the likes up. But my brother, state your name and where you calling from.
Alabede Asheshe. I follow you on YouTube. Not YouTube, Instagram.
Okay, salute.
I'm always sending you gems, man. I'm into the spiritualist, spiritual realm.
Okay.
But I've been listening to y'all for months, man. And I just want to shout out Talib, man, and I want to shout out you too, M.Reck, for having the platform, for having people to call in and to listen to these gems, man, because people need it. Y'all need to stay consistent with this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need, once, stay one day a week that everybody can call in and listen to y'all and listen to Talib about all the stuff that's going on, man. Because the stuff that he's dropping, I've been using it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Also, I'm also into Ifa. That's the spiritual system where Santeria Lukumi comes from. You know what I'm saying? But that's the original from Nigeria. So I'm mad into spiritualists, but the gems that he's dropping about changing your mind and also the tools to change your mind is immaculate, brother. And I salute y'all and I thank y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I know there was a couple of weeks where y'all wasn't on and I was heated. I was like, yo, where y'all at? You know what I'm saying? I know y'all are doing work behind scenes.
Yeah, it's a lot of work going on. It's a lot of work going on.
I
Trust
know.
me. Yeah.
I know y'all also need a vacation. Y'all also need your rest too, man, to get your mind right. Don't forget that. You know what I'm saying? Besides all the work that y'all doing, y'all need a vacation too, man. Especially you, M.Reck, because you've been going hard the last 3 years, brother, back to back to back. I'm like, yo, when did this brother sleep, yo?
Now, more than 3 years, I've been going hard for the last 15. I ain't never stopped.
No, but I know the last 15, but the last 2 or 3 years, you've been going it's Superman extra hard, bro. I see the extra hard, the extra effort that you put behind your work. Not only the TV, but you're still producing and doing music and managing and all other stuff too, brother, that people don't see, man.
Definitely, my brother.
And I salute you for that, man. Thank y'all, especially you and Talib. Keep doing your work, man. Y'all are blessings to all of us. And get one consistent day where y'all are there for us, man. This one consistent day where y'all can just map out, even if it's for 45 minutes to an hour and a half, where y'all are just on, giving those gems, reminding us of all of the, what's my man, the silver method. You know what I'm saying? Reminding the people to go check in with the silver method, man. You know what I'm saying? What's the other one? I think the Segoya. The Segoya.
No.
The other one that Talib mentions. That's real deep. Yeah, there's a couple of them, but I appreciate them because he put me on the road to really changing my mind. And I also listen to Talib is really familiar with Abraham Hicks. That's another one that I listen to. That's is heavy gems too, man. For people that are really trying to change their body, change their mind, change their spirit, these are the gems that you plug into. But I'm gonna let y'all go. I know there's people that's calling in that want to talk to you, both of y'all, man, because both of y'all are heavyweights, and keep doing what you're doing, Yellow. Blessings, brother.
Thank you, my brother. Blessings. Salute.
Yeah, peace. Salute,
man. Salute to the caller, man. Salute. Thank you, man. Love the feedback. Love, just the support. and everything. So Talib, go ahead. You got the floor, good brother.
Oh, I just want to tell that brother, thank you again. I'm very happy that he was able to go out and look for himself, because these things have been around for like 50 years, man. So many people, some people that you might look at in the world that you might be like a little, you might, I don't want to say idolize them, but you may look up to them, or you might want to model yourself behind them. And you'll find out that these are the keys to their success. You know, we've been taught that, yo, you got to go out here, you got to work hard. And guess what? The world's not going to like you. And you got to be okay with nobody going to like you. And that don't matter, right? It's going to be hard, right? People going to hate on you. Notice, these are all things that you're being told. We don't all walk out our doors, experience the exact same things. Nobody does. We experience those things from our perspective when we resonate with them, right? Resonate. That's the key, to resonate with that which you desire. So all I'm just trying to show is that, listen, there's a way for us to stop working for the man, in a sense. There's a way that we can do things right now without having to run into the street and feel like we have to march for something to be heard. No, you can start with your mind where you're always heard. And I've said this several times, but I'm going to run it past people again, because this is the most vital thing I've ever learned in my life. You're always right. You are always right. And I already know somebody's going to say, well, I've made mistakes and I've been wrong.
Pump $100 billion in like, I think 24 hours. And then all of a sudden now they're trying to pass a $1 trillion bill.
Yeah, we got a caller online. Now, what you was about to say, go ahead, caller. Finish.
Okay, 24 hours ago, McCarthy, I believe, went on TV and said something about, I think it was about $140 billion, right? That was behind the back of the Republicans. Well, this has to do with that guy saying, well, he said that, why is it that they're doing this? At the border, there's rumors going around that the cartel's trying to buy off the border agents, and they ain't having it. And so now they're being shot and killed. They had this on fact documents that Republicans walked down there, and I think the what's the name of the guy that runs the border director, or I can't say his name, that down in Paso, not Washington, but the one in Paso, that guy was being bribed and intimidated on live TV, and Republicans, you can't do this, and so he had to get mad because they're trying to kill him. So basically, they're trying to buy America as we speak right now. It was on live TV. I shit you not. I was like, are you serious? And then all of a sudden, Biden tells his top guy in a meeting, this was given to a reporter, a WikiLeaks reporter, saying that he was told that he's going to sell America down the drain. As long as he gets blood money, the same way they killed Kennedy and all of them, it's okay. So basically, in a way, we're all becoming puppets for president. What do you think?
Let me just say to this gentleman real quick, what you fail to realize is if they could sell America away, then isn't America a corporation?
I've been watching on the news, M.Reck, that you've been talking about how they get indictments on these people. Well, can you explain how Clinton's husband got away with those murders in Atlanta, in Arkansas? Whenever, if you fast forward, okay, long story short, M.Reck, I mean, you said this, I think, 2 years ago, right? Your friend did, right? About Hillary Clinton had the thing on her ankle, the bracelet, right? Well, according to what Trump said after he left office, he was threatened. Had he gone through with what your friend told you on M.Reck TV 2 years ago, he was going to do it the day he left office. He told that woman on Fox News, Clowney, I can't say her name, his former advisor, that he had the authority to send them to jail for everything they had done, which your friend was true. It was turned out to be true. And Fox News was told not to run it. They were forced not to run that indictment live on TV. If we're talking about Jay-Z for falsifies the COVID-19 funds, all that stuff was going to be rolled out in a big-ass lawsuit in New York City. But because Jay-Z had connections, according to what Trump said, he couldn't do it. He couldn't believe it. His last active president, he had him by the balls. And according to him, there was more to that Biggie's murder that goes along with Jay-Z's rise and the robot thing. Because I know it sounds crazy, M.Reck, but
I'm not being but even Biggie was about.
Hold on, caller. Like,
let me put what he's saying into some sort of perspective.
yeah, you got too many things you bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? You gotta.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll make it short. Okay, look. You know how Biggie died, right? Okay. Well, fast forward 2 years later, Internal Affairs, after robbery by David Mack, had him confess to the murder, to killing Biggie at that party. As a matter of fact, there's a video of the guy that shot Biggie dancing at the party, and I forget what part YouTube it was, but he actually was there recording him. It was Harry Billups with a red shirt on and everything, and you can see David Mack in the background. So come on, let's go. The hit was going down.
All right, yo, we're gonna get to some of your questions. All right, let Talib answer them. You can go back in the chat room. I appreciate you calling, good brother. All right.
All right, no problem.
All right, thanks. Whoo! Shouts to that brother, man. Like,
well, this is why I need to be able to talk to people, because I would actually stop him and I would go through a method with him.
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, it's not those things that's bothering him. Just like everyone, like I tell you, when people call in, they get upset. I tell you, it's not me. I'm okay. I'm always better than okay. That has something to do with them feeling as if their life isn't where they want it to be. All of this stuff you're into has to do with that which you feel you lack. So when you're talking about what the government's doing to you, is it anyone calling and telling me that who's a millionaire and living their best life? Or is living their best self? Because you don't have to have millions of dollars to be your best self. That doesn't necessarily mean your best self is your best self. Right? But is there anyone calling like that?
Nah.
No. Right? These distractions justify why they feel their life is where it is. You see what I'm saying? That's one. Two, right? The whole system is rigged. America is a corporation. Go look it up. What does America sell? You, your energy, your belief. You are the lifeblood and economy of America, the people. And you're some of the most expensive people in the world. So regardless of they sitting up there and saying, well, we're going to do this, we know that. And as far as the black people is concerned, well, we're going to have to figure out what you want to start calling yourself, because you're not black. And every time so-called black Americans call themselves black, they use that to throw every other black person in the mix. But they never talking about you. They never talking about you. Now, some of us say we Israelites and Hebrews. Others of us say we from Africa, and others of us say we are Native American. If you Hebrew and you believe Hebrew, why you can't be Native American? Native American was one of the 12 tribes of Israel. Go look it up. Right? But either way, we're going to have to come, if you want to say collectively, well, I would say individually. I would tell you individually, ask yourself, who are you? Right? Who you want to identify as? Do you want to keep calling yourself black? Do you want to keep relating to black? Because when you relate to black, you relate to everything that comes along with it. Do you want to redefine yourself maybe altogether? Do you want to be something else altogether? Maybe the true god or goddess you were supposed to be walking the earth? Here to have a great experience and live out desires before that was tampered with? Right? So I understand where he's going, Trump and everybody else, and he's saying Biden did this and that. Well, listen, man, all you gotta do is do your homework. That guy never liked black people. He don't like nobody but white people. That's the fact. And you can find him groping children all day long. So why is he still in office then? Huh? Why is he still in office? Why is he still in office? You tell me.
I don't know.
You can't. You can't even understand why somebody who could barely form a sentence is running the country. It doesn't even bother you anymore. It doesn't bother you because you become desensitized. Do you understand? That's what their game is. They throw all this information at you, all this stuff, nonstop, consistently. Violence, ignorance, confusion, hatred, murder, all of it, constantly. And then what happens? You become desensitized to it. It doesn't bother you anymore. Because that's the great state of awareness, because you are none of the things you're experiencing. You are greater than that which you think you are. And whenever you begin to try to believe you are the identity you claim to be, your life becomes more and more uncomfortable. I would say, let some of that stuff in. As a matter of fact, why don't you research yourself? Why do I feel like this? Why does that matter to me? Not to the world, but to you. Does it have anything to do with what you want to do, be, or have? Right? They steal two things from you, and you think it's your time, but it's not. It's your attention and your intention. That's the two things they're taking from you. If your attention is always on them, then you have no intention to do what you came here to do. So I would tell that guy, hey man, slow down, because that's all the game. If you don't think they know that, and the camera, I can tell you this. I didn't start my line of work for over 15 years within film and television. I've worked on over 200 shows, and I've worked on over 20 some odd movies, like multi-million-dollar films. And was I ever the director? No, I wasn't that. A lot of times I was what you would call a second AD, which means I ran the background. I was in all the meetings. I had to make phone calls. I had to do things. Right? So I come from that world. I know what's really going on there. So if you believe for 2 seconds, because see, they have this thing where they'll scrub stuff. You'll go back and watch. They do this all the time. They do it all the time. They scrub stuff right out of there. You wouldn't even know it. You'll see one thing, go back and watch it again, and it'll be different. You'll just be like, maybe I just misremembered it. Nope. So if you think that they let some freaking audio leak out and all Americans got to hear it, and you think some QAnon is running behind the scenes trying to help you bring down these powerful people and we the people, then you are going to probably fall right into the category of Project Pogo. Right? So for that gentleman, listen, sir, there's something going on in your life. There's something that you don't believe you can have or do or be. It may be with a person, or it might be your financial situation, or it may be in a dream. But I'm here to tell you, man, you can still have that. For every bus you think you missed, another bus pulls up right behind it. This is an infinite plane, and it's just playing out in a 3D perspective. And you're observing it from your 3D perspective, but you're not observing it from the 3D. You exist somewhere else. And for that gentleman, if you're listening right now, just take a moment right now and just ask yourself, am I whatever your name is, or am I the awareness that's observing this whole thing? And all of that for you will start to change. As far as what they're doing, that's a game you're not in control of. You're not in control of that, sir. There's nothing you can do about that. I doubt anyone even in this chat has even came face to face with any of these people. You have no idea what's really going on behind those closed doors. And if you believe people are telling you that the truth, even the ones that may be telling you the truth, I am here to tell you that it doesn't serve you. And if you think you got the truth, and you think you running out here sharing the truth on such a powerful level, then I don't really think you're aware of the system you live in. I don't really think you see how everything is given to you in reverse. I don't think you see how people are constantly in a hypnotic state, that there is not much of their life unless they take the time to sit somewhere quietly and close their eyes for 15 minutes to where they experience silence. We live in a very noisy world, and that is always to grab your attention. Because if they have your attention, they control your intention. And that's what I'd like to say to them.
All right. Look, y'all, I'm going to say this. I'm glad my brother Talib was able to tap in, but I've been live for like 3 hours and 35 minutes. I ain't getting nothing to eat yet. And I just wanted to give y'all the heavy gems because we didn't give it to y'all yesterday. So I said today be a good day. And while I'm live, I might as well see if this brother was good. I'm glad that he was able to tap in and definitely be a service to the people as always. So I appreciate you, Talib.
Yes, sir. I was sitting here drinking my Gandalf brew because the weather out here dropped real cold. Like I said, there's a front, you know, and I don't know. It just brought up something in my system. So my remedy is I go get some fresh ginger. I peel that. I cut it up chop it into small fine pieces. I put it in some distilled water and I boil it until it starts to boil down. And then I add a little more water and I let it simmer. And then that brings up all of the richness in the ginger. And then when you drink that, it'll knock whatever's wrong with you out. 24 hours.
Salute. It's a gem.
That's my remedy, everyone. If you like to make your own ginger, just make sure you call it the Gandalf's brew.
Yes, sir. My brother. So what we going to do, we're going to probably do another show down, maybe in a few days or so. Appreciate everybody tapping in. Some people been live since I went live, you know what I mean? Earlier. And salute to everybody who supported the Spooky Hours episode 1, close one. Appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? Episode 2 coming. Keep running the numbers up. All right. So Talib, man, my brother, I'll call you probably tomorrow. I'm gonna give me something to eat and give me some rest.
Yes, sir. And and next time I got something really special to share too with I want to share this technique of turning your own brain into a computer that you can access.
Okay.
I think everybody gets this pretty cool.
You want to do that now or you want to do that another show?
We could do it another show. It'll take a little more time to do that, you know what I mean? But I want you to eat. I feel like we shared and maybe help some people today. And I feel like next time we'll be able to figure out this thing so we can all talk to each other.
Correct. And everybody who's asking about how can they get the episode, go to SpookyHoursTV.tv, or is a direct link, is the M.Reck TV Ustream link. Right now the website is on the screen. That's the SpookyHoursTV.tv. You go to the episode 1, close one. You click on it. It's going to take you directly there. And it's a direct link that SJ is going to put in the chat room. All right. So on that note, y'all have a great night. Appreciate y'all. Salute to the Black Mob. Salute to everybody who tapped in. Hit that like, subscribe, hit the bell. And when this rebroadcast, please leave your comments. You know what I mean? That helps. And leave your likes. All right. So this is the direct link for the Spooky Hours episode 1, close one. Go get that. It's only up for a limited time. All right. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. All right. Peace. We out of here, y'all.